All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to Returner's Hideout number 114, 8 Dragon Seal, and I am joined tonight by my co-booth co-host here, Gino. Gino, welcome.
Howdy.
I'm excited. Oh, it goes great, man. You know, I've had a crazy busy week. I'm sure everybody knows. I was moving, and now we are set up with just enough setup and just enough internet and a very uncomfortable chair, and we are ready to stream some Opus 14. Gino, I haven't even had a minute to put my paws on any of these cards. I skipped the pre-release weekend. I haven't been able to do nary a thing. Thank you for the host there, sir.
Of course.
But I'm excited tonight to actually get to see what these other people who have been able to test and toggle and tweak have brought to the table, rather. How about you? Have you got any time on Opus 14?
I have not gotten to play Opus 14, but I have deck builded Opus 14.
Ah, yes.
And I've played a lot of great games of solitaire, very engaging stuff. I'm looking forward to see what other people are bringing to the table. We've got a lot of fresh blood. We've got 3 new multi-element pairs supported, some of them including element pairings that heretofore have not really had a standard bearer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
Our 3 new color pairings, I think, are Wind, Water, which is, it doesn't sound like a new color pairing at all, does it, Gino? Actually, I think that's kind of the theme with these 3. It's like Fire, Earth, Wind, Water, and Ice, Lightning. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we do. It's Crusader Week, says Ralph. That's right. I enjoy people who get the references, Ralph. I appreciate you. Slackspawn, Trakan, Physical guys, welcome. We're gonna go ahead and jump into. I think let's see what's going on in Muhammad's table. That's table 2. He's playing against Tanner. Both of them are no strangers to RBA, but Muhammad, he's always got something creative and clever. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm always looking to him to be bringing back the mono water deck for me, so I don't know if that's what it's going to be this week, but let's go ahead and see what these guys have. And Gino, I did send it to you already, but I'll show it to stream in a little bit here, that I created a little bingo card, mostly for myself, but also just for fun for you guys tonight, of the things that I think we're going to see tonight, and it'll just be fun to see if we get a bingo. So let's get this up on screen for you guys. We're here in game 1. Looks like Muhammad is on a mono fire type deck, and is he playing as a mono wind? No, it's wind lightning. All right.
Let's see, mono fire. Oh, they don't seem to be Slammer-Eyes.
No, it actually looks like it might be mono fire with primal stuff, which is already going to be a square on the bingo card. But hold on, I'll get that up on screen for you guys in just a second. Let me just get our names in.
Put a little X in there.
Yeah, isn't that cool? You just click it. It's like a little digital bingo guy. All right.
I mean, almost certainly with this backup in play, I'm gonna try to pronounce this, Malja.
Amalja, yeah.
Yeah, it's when a primal enters the field, activate it, and then if you have a primal, you can dull it to deal 1,000 damage to a forward. So this is basically a vanilla 2-drop a 2-drop backup until you have a primal, at which point it becomes very real. It played much worse backups than this to get that ping effect. Or I should say more expensive backups than this to get a cheap free ping. And there it is.
Hey, Susano, the Lord of the Revel, is going to come in for a slight discount there as he untaps the Amalja. And it looks like we're choosing to just play the Susano. We're not even going to use his ability because obviously Ishtola won't take any damage. And there's that Alua, Gino, and I think that this is one of those cards that we knew we were going to see in these fire decks. Alua, first of all, I mean, that was just her at her base, right? Her at her absolute, most just woke up out of bed, didn't put any makeup on or anything. She just strolls in with haste and gets the job done sometimes.
Yeah, this really efficient backup line that Muhammad has built.
I got you.
It's just going to be hard. Alua's now... Anytime that Muhammad wants Alua to get through, he can choose to do that. Like Alua, if you just dull 5 backups, nothing's blocking her. And she's also going to execute something on ETB most of the time. Oh, Diabolos! Showing up. He's been gone for a while, but he's back.
Oh, Diabolos woke up and he was like, hold on, there's a lot of big-costed guys. Yeah, I'll remind him why I'm the king. He's just going to come down and he's going to deal with Susan pretty easily. And yeah, I think that, this Stola is very much an informed choice, right? There's another card that we haven't seen as much. It's not that she got any worse, but with all these new damage effects, especially these like board-wide damage effects, you've got Titan, you've got the new Ifrit, the Susano. I'm not surprised to see her.
Phil's still out there. You can just cancel that ability with Stola if you need to. Definitely a lot of utility to this year's Stola. I don't see water. I don't see wind lightning on the bingo board. I didn't see this one coming. This has got to be the ping Ewan deck, right?
Yeah, it could be. You know what? I actually saw. I mean, this doesn't really look like it though, because I don't see any of the stuff that would like. It really goes that way. This almost looks like the Wind Lightning deck I would have expected to see last set, but I think that Sylph is going to kind of key us into the differences here. I think that the Primals, at least the Ramu, will probably make an appearance in this deck, and honestly, this might be a Ravana type thing, right? Because Wind is here to activate, and Ravana is that, you know, the one where you're trying to attack 4 times.
Yep.
Sylph
we could be using...
Not so bad.
I was hoping that it'd be the Ramu, but I think you're probably right. They're probably just going for the big fatty boom boom primal. Then start swinging. Yeah, so far it just looks like Wind Lightning good stuff. I haven't seen a single card that isn't an A+ yet in this deck. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with just playing a bunch of good cards with medium synergies.
Absolutely.
Would expect this fire deck might get very angry very soon. Like, we've seen 2 hasty forwards so far. Mo's going to start the turn with 6 cards. Mo is at 6 cards. Like, a lot of very aggressive, powerful plays with 5 backups can be made from here.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is it's like you do what we call the chill and kill with fire. It's been like a big thing lately, right? Like the chill, kill, and mill sometimes even, you know, where you're really just like this hard control deck and less a little bit of an angry gamer. But I think that Alua is one of those nice cards where it's like she lets you be proactive, but she's so cheap, and she also is removal. Yeah, exactly. That she really like fits your budget, so to speak, right? Cody, thank you so much for the sub, sir. I appreciate you. Tier 1, 15 months. You're crazy, man. Sometimes I have a hard time believing I've even done this for 15 months.
Yeah.
Cody, what are you feeling for Opus 14 so far?
Here comes Conchira.
I know you're a cold boy. How's that mono ice treating you? Conchira is saying, "I'll see your haste and raise you haste." Here, absolutely, just coming in for some quick damage, and we're starting to see a little bit of a race, Gino. And I wonder, I feel like a lot of times at the beginning of a set, that's how it is, right? Is people are doing solitaire strategies, and they're also just like ships passing in the night, dude, like ignoring each other, just like, you know, just like doing their things, swinging at each other. We don't want to worry about how these forwards interact. We just want to play our forwards, do their cool ETBs, and then...
I was about to say, Conchira, it looked like the Lightning Wind player was intentionally not getting to 4 backups to keep Conchira maxed out. Mm-hmm. But now they decided to get another backup down. And just getting a read from what's going on Mo's side, it looks like a lot of just high-value cards. Guts Go is going to be drawing you cards. Mm-hmm. Anjit, just A+, comes down, kills something, is a fairly sizable body for cheap. We've got Alua. Mo's deck seems to be mono fire, very, very good cards against lightning, wind, very good cards. I don't see like a big synergy package outside of the primal backups and then the primal forwards. Everything else just seems to be
good card fire. Yeah.
Hashtag good cards on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really what it is like the primals just give you such a secure top end that you can really do whatever you want with the rest of the deck, and fire just has enough generically good cards now that you can just fill the deck with them. I mean, especially with things like this guy Gutsko coming out. What an insane card.
Here comes Ifrit with the primal backup combo.
Ifrit only gonna hit the Conchira, unfortunately, but yeah, it is still nice that it's got that, you know, he's doing 5k. The Primal can do 2k now. Oh, Rain. Rain gets a nice buff from Ifrit as well, actually, coming in and dealing a nice 6,000 damage here.
We're Althaying away Conchira.
Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry that you said I bet on this person. I forgot to even do predictions. I got so excited that it was Opus 14. Let me get predictions up for you guys.
There it goes.
It could be anyone's game still.
That
Althea. Muhammad's game.
Yeah, that Althea play. Hunting your Althea for no value. That's rough. Yes. Does Althea still go to hand?
The buy was a tough opponent. Yeah.
That's a dang shame.
Yeah, maybe we don't put the prediction up for this round. I mean, this is starting to look very, very mono fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say that
you're
it's
right.
100% over
We still have a lot of cards in hand, and we are an angry, hasty color.
Hasty element with some comeback mechanics baked into it, and Mo can't kill this turn. We know of, unless no, there's no way Mo can kill this turn.
All right, guys, we got
just
30
what's on
seconds.
the board. Behemoth K, there he is.
Oh, see, who could it be? He's in the deck. I mean, that
As
could
he
be
should
scary.
be. Angry cat.
I mean, we have a lot of cards. We have 8 cards, and we only have to hit our opponent 3 times.
And Behemoth K can do 2 of them by itself. It's a mad
We just
cat.
gotta get through this Ifrit. Yeah, I mean, we gotta be close, right?
I mean, we gotta have it. Hey, Susano? Nope. Golbez for the iron price.
Yeah, wow, we paid 6 for Golbez.
We're trying to do
Amaterasuing it, right?
Oh, we're trying to do Raiden Amu things, it looks like. We've got, that's the only reason Raiden would be in your deck. Would be if
yeah, if you had Rama as well. Yeah, I agree.
The 2-card combo.
Oh yeah, look, we've got the other Ramu too. The new Ramu. Which is interesting. I guess we're just playing this to ping 2 forwards for 1,000 because it's certainly only counting itself, right? If we're playing Raiden and this Odin, how many Ramus could we possibly have in the deck?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff
the
going
primal
on
either,
now.
so it only counts this summon, or if we're playing other Ramu summons. But that's interesting to me.
I guess that's just double with the primal, just to kill 2 things, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what, like, it's just redundancy with the Raiden, except better because they don't have to be active, I guess. I don't know, but
Exactly.
you don't cantrip, so... I don't know.
I think it's just redundancy.
It's just weird to spend so many summon slots on making 1 forward work, right? It's like you're spending 6 slots on making 3 slots work. I don't know.
It seems to me like it's just a lot of investment, period, in having your primal live. Like, without the primal, these cards are bad. Ding! Behemoth K.
Vivi killed the BK. Well, at least deal some damage. Yeah, it's not gonna kill him, but we might have another effect that does.
Well, if you block now, you would kill it, but then you die to your Stola, so
yeah,
I do that. Behemoth K gets his pound of flesh regardless of what you do. Zandy.
Yeah, I wish that we had just used Lid to kill the Ifrit, and then attacked with Behemoth K. Ewan also triggers from those summons, assuming extent. I mean, yeah, that's true. Pandemonium too. Jesus, we are using a lot of summon slots in this deck.
We're doing this to kill Alua, I guess.
We've seen 5 summons. I guess what we're trying to do is like, okay, Ishtola is something that you have nothing in your deck that can kill, so no matter what, she'll block a damage, right?
That's the goal.
I feel like we could have just done that to kill Alua in response to, like, I don't know, I guess because it's when in like prep. Yeah, but
you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think. There's more shenanigans.
Attacks, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking
No. You want to do it in prep because if they just play another Alua, you'll like.
Thinking we've seen Belias in this deck, in the fire deck already. There might be other pump effects that you might be concerned about. I think doing it when
maybe, but look at that. I mean, we literally just we did that to ourselves.
Yep. Or do it in prep. Call.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I guess you don't, obviously nobody's playing around Amaterasu right now because everybody's just trying to do their thing. But we paid 6 for that Golbez, walked right into the cancel, and lost the Golbez. And I think we literally could have just discarded those same 3 cards from our hand with Lid's effect to kill the one thing in our way. Played Behemoth K and attacked with a stolen Behemoth K.
So right now, this is death if barring a burst, because the Geomancer is going to stop Dilla from blocking. And do it twice over.
Yeah. Yeah, this Geomancer I think is a really good card. I mean,
absurd.
Yatsuyu saw a lot of play, and before Yatsuyu, there were cards that had a similar effect that actually were really good in their prime. When I say in their primes, I'm talking about like Opus 2 and 3. But that was a thing back then, was like, there's the one Red Mage backup where you're like, just like, nah, that guy can't block. Very powerful.
Red Mage backup was good. The Ninja backup. This is Yatsuyu but better, and Ninja but better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, way better than Yatsuyu and them. GG, they say Muhammad's going to get that one with Mono Fire. So let's pop around and see what we've got at some of the other tables, because I really would like to get around tonight.
Yeah, in chat we hear Ewan also triggers from those summons. That is totally true.
Yeah.
I assume that Ewan's in there. We didn't see it, but it looks like that player was going for a lot of the damage effects, but without the cactuars that are usually seen in those sorts of decks.
This is the plan, was to actually grab Kunchira. Yeah, I think you could have just done it with, if you just used Lid and discarded 3 cards and then killed the guy. But it's still, I mean, that's all hindsight stuff, right? Like, it's very easy to play around Amaterasu when you've seen the Amaterasu. So here's an Ice Lightning Angry Gamer.
Which table are we at?
I'm at table 4.
Okay.
Let me get this on the screen.
Go to my bingo board.
Yeah, I haven't. I'll pull up the bingo board for you guys in a second. Hold on. All right, this is the bingo board. Real quick. So I made this little bingo board. Oh, I have to put chess where you guys can actually be. There you go. Hold on. All right, guys, this is the bingo board. This is what I think we're gonna see. Here we go.
So we've already got Mono Fire with Primals, we've got Ramu.deck, and we've got...
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, we saw Mono Fire with Primals. Ramu.deck. I said to myself, as long as there was the Ramu Lord of Levin and the new Ramu summon, that it counts as Ramu.deck. And we have an Ice Lightning Angry Gamer. Alright. So this is the board. If you guys would like to participate, I can give you your own bingo board just for fun. It'll be random too, it won't be the same as mine. Let's go back to in-game.
Yeah. It screwed me up. My board does not look like your board.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
At Shinryu but didn't play it, then, well,
yeah, you guys go.
Play it. Second Ramu.deck already.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a popular one.
It's definitely, like, as someone who's tried to play the Lightning Wind kind of ping things, kill things deck before, now you can do it.
Oh, like, Gino, I'll tell you, we've got two. We've got the the Ice Lightning Gamers and the the Wind Lightning Gamers. I think both of those camps keep thinking it's their time, and this is yet another one of those sets where it looks like it might be their time.
If that's oh boy, if that Ramu just pops one earlier, you just get double kills.
Ghoul
works,
2
right?
says that bingo board looks rather spot on. Yeah, thanks, cool. What is that? Yes, this burst does work. Yes, it's 2 forwards, dealing them 1,000 damage, 4,000 damage actually.
Then Ramu.
This reminds me of the old Diabolo summon, the
right?
Type 0 summon. I actually played that in the first ever, well, not the first Crystal Cup, the Petit Cup I played before that Crystal Cup. We had just a standard unit deck, and we just played that because we were manipulating jobs at the time with Orator. Oh my god, all kinds of weird stuff. And you would like give people Type 0 and then use the Diabolos. Oh man, weird times. It looks like these guys closed out this game, but yeah, so looks like the Lightning and Wind deck took this one. versus this is a Wind Lightning Angry or Ice Lightning Angry Gamer. I didn't even look at who this was. This is Rob, and Rob has been waiting for these two cards. Aromas and Alcid. It seems like his whole life, dude. It's like finally the Ice Lightning support that Ice Lightning really needs.
Ice Lightning pulling it out. Behemoth K blocking is optional. Okay.
Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, the creator himself. Wayne, thank you so much to Wayne, of course, as always, for getting this Octagon plugin done nice and quick. Wayne is playing some games. If anybody wants to jump in, he's doing... Oh, actually, somebody's in his room now, but I'm saying he's just jamming. All right. He's no slouch,
table 6 or table 1?
He does well at our events. I'm going to table 6. Oh, table 6. I love the people who do this, who make the board the normal board. This is looking good, table 6. So this looks like another Monofire. Oh, this looks like it's a split the difference here, Gino. Slammerize.
Ooh, Slammerize. Let's get that off the bingo board.
Slammerize, and again, this is another thing I think that we're going to see a lot of pile of good cards deck with Garland. And that's why my bingo board square says featuring Garland. That means a deck that has absolutely nothing to do with Garland or the Knights, which just has Garland in it. So yeah, we just bingo boarded featuring Garland as well. Yeah, I think that this guy is high on everybody's radar, right? Let's be real. This card is absurd. Very, very strong. And it's also nice to see Brian playing in this event. He hasn't been around in a while. The chat's already getting excited for him. Mr. Snow, welcome. Ice Lightning is scary how aggro it can get. Yeah, Ghoul, 100%, especially with these new cards. They're pretty terrifying.
Zeramus just not fucking around at all. Like, blocking allowed for the rest of the game, basically, as long as that thing stays in play. I used to have to try to, like, break my own Renoa to do that, and now look at this. Now look at me.
Oh, Rainy, you can copy my bingo board in between rounds. But yeah, exactly. You used to have to break your own Renoa. Dude, they just give you the easier access to some of these crazier effects. Typhon, I think, is also something we're going to see a lot of.
You think Typhon will ever become a real boy in this deck? Yep, there it is.
Yeah, he's a real boy right now. Also, you might not know, sir, but Typhon is the Mr. Chupon square on the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Chupon ticked off.
Yeah, this is honestly like I feel like we should be going for a full board bingo. Like there's no such thing as just a 5 in a row. We need all 25 of these checked off. Have we had any... Oh, Oki says he almost has a bingo. Have we had any Cloud FF7 gamers yet? That's all he needs.
Oh, no, we have not.
No,
we have not seen
yet.
Cloud as of yet.
We haven't been to all the tables yet, though, so...
Typhon is so good. I mean, I used to try to play Death Gaze, and Typhon is, I think, better.
Oh, Death Gaze was certainly played and was a very good card. The problem with Death Gaze was that they came back, and Ifrita became a card like the next set. So it was like all of a sudden he was very vulnerable. Chupon, you don't really care if he gets bopped because he already did the thing and it's done. Yeah, exactly.
Coming back from it.
Mm-hmm.
Till 2 turns later.
Yeah, really, really angry personally that this guy got a Final Fantasy 13 card before a Final Fantasy 6 card. Makes no goddamn sense, but whatever.
New Samurai, what a good card.
The new Samurai has been slipped into Samurais, and that gives us the add 1 Samurai box. Check. Add 1 Samurai. Yeah, I mean, again, this Samurai, he's not there right now, but he's there enough. He's there enough to be a 9K, which is funny that that's kind of the cost of entry to the forward line these days, right? It's like a 3 CP, well, you better be a 9K or do something weird. So he's here as a 9K, and he also does something weird if you happen to get up to the big ask of 7 Samurais, but it's in the break zone, so actually it's not as big of an ask as it may seem originally.
We get a very cool play. Kukaspel venting Garland from preventing this Samurai from cutting him down.
Better be a 9K Brave, that's right, yeah.
Feels Garland. One play there.
Mm-hmm. I think that Arden's kind of funny with Garland because Arden, like normally the way that they get through them is by breaking their backups. And it's like, oh thanks, I'll draw a card. I mean, this is literally just Wind, Earth, good cards with Garland, right?
Totally.
I'm surprised that if we've gone so far as to play Earth and Vincent,
That was what I was about to say.
That we're not just doing Rampair stuff, right?
I was more confused, like, if we're just doing good stuff, does Vincent make the cut in a world where you're trying to play everything?
No, Vincent's just like, oh, I'm going to make sure I break my backup, but I don't think you have to force your backups to break as much as it'll just kind of happen with good enough cards. Like you just play things like the Archer that are like proactive both ways, right? Like you get rewarded for breaking the backup and it has an effect.
Garuda was...
Garuda. All right, so yeah, some people are in for Garuda Awakening. I think that Garuda is way better than even I originally rated it. I think that everybody's kind of coming to this conclusion that the second part is like, yeah, in order for me to like play something that's going to kill this, normally I'm going to have to let them draw another card or two, or I'm going to have to play like a big O summon. And again, I'm just gonna say, you know, the same thing we say at the beginning of every set, right? Everybody's just playing solitaire strats today. Everybody's just like, I want to see the new card do the thing, all right? Chupan came in the field, he did the thing. Susanoo came on the field, did the thing. Garuda came into the field, did the thing. Garland was on the field, we did the thing, right? And we're seeing some things like Amaterasu, but that's just because Muhammad hates fun. And we see some things like this Archer and stuff, but really, this Archer is only in here because we wanted a way to break our backup first, and not because we were countering anything, right? So I think that 4CP Alexander and 5CP Diabolos are both cards that should be seeing more play because they're just going to get a lot of value. And Alexander, it's me every single set. I'm like, 4CP Alexander. But really, if you want to just clean up in the first few weeks at locals, just play stuff that bops the solitaire strategies. Just nice, fair removal that checks these guys is really going to put people back. But I think that, you know, I totally understand people are just testing new ideas. They're just having fun.
And I mean, this Garuda, how many boards do people play at this point that aren't 9Ks? Like 9Ks, there's a lot of 9Ks floating around.
I mean, we just talked about this Samurai, right? Where that was like that's like the price of entry. It must be this tall to ride. It must be this large to, you know, be a forward on my table. If you want to get one of those coveted places on my board, you're gonna have to step up your game.
Really cool. It's only opponents, yeah. So, I mean, fire here, you have to block with the Arden, right? And then
well, this is over. Yeah, I think they called it. Yeah, he's like, I'm coming in with Arden. You can't block all this stuff. GG, because yeah, the Typhon. I'm gonna say the Chupan would get in there for the last point. All right, guys. So here's let's see, what did we get on here? Do I have it all marked so far?
Didn't you break your own? Oh no, that's you can't block. You can always attack. My bad.
Okay, so this is the board. You guys go ahead. You can copy the board if you want. I mean, like copy the squares that we've checked off so far. There is a link if you scroll up in chat. I can repost it if you want your own bingo board. It'll randomize a board for you.
And is the last game? The last game is also over.
We've only seen a few of the players, a few of the gamers so far. Bingo, bango, boingo. Welcome to stream, Sir Mr. Tool and Leslie as well. And how am I driving? Good to see you guys. Decided to save that Lail activation for next game. I like that. Being
bank it.
That's right. Just bank it for later. You know, just deposit that in the savings account. Roll it forward. Let's go ahead and switch. I think, are these all the games for this round? We still have table 1. No,
table 1 is also done.
They're done? Okay, all right. Then let's go ahead and let me get some of these.
I want spoilers for some of the other bingo boards that are going to be definitely checked if we go see their games.
That's fair. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some results in here, guys. All right, chat. How are your bingo boards looking? Who's close?
I'm pretty close.
I know Oki's close. He just needs an angry, or not an angry gamer. He needs a Final Fantasy 7 cloud gamer.
Not since I went to the bingo hall with my Gam Gam have I had so much fun playing bingo.
Oh, Gam Gam. You could hand her this bingo card. I don't know if she'd do very well.
Oh, she'd be like, this isn't a B. Where's B7?
Yeah, that's my number, B7. That's my go-to. All right, looks like Chocobo Joe took his game 7-0 at table 5. I wonder what he's brought to the table this week. Actually, if we were going to find any cloud gamer, that's probably where they're hiding.
Hope it's bonkers.
At table 3, oh, Lunar didn't show up today. That's all right. It will even out our players, which is nice. Michael obviously got himself the bye. Nice, easy win. Table 6, Brian took that one 7-1 over Quentin. And table 4, we had... Oh, Ice Lightning got there. For some reason, I thought I went the other way. So Rob got that one.
Ice Lightning won.
Yeah, Rob got there 7-5 over Christian. Like I said, man, Rob's been waiting his whole life for those angry Ice Lightning cards that have enough punch. I like how Muhammad just wrote W and didn't write his damage.
Guess he knew we were watching the whole thing.
Yeah, but I don't remember. It's because they're supposed
to record it. I was gonna say that's a lot of
confidence.
Yeah,
I don't. That's not my job. It's their job to report the damage. It's okay.
7-6, I think, right?
Said, yeah.
That Behemoth K.
Do you know how many of these things I watched?
No.
All right, Brian versus Kurt. Brian got that one 7-4.
I'm here.
Excellent. You are here, Gino. Thank you for being my helper today, my right-hand man, my co-commentator. We're going to drop our one no-show. I think we're rolling right into the next round. I do like that even though, you know, that there's not a lot going on. Been like Opus 12 since I played RVA, I think, says Muhammad. Oh yeah, Muhammad, your work schedule didn't really like work out for it, right? Something like that. Alright, well, Lunar didn't show. Everybody else is good. Okay. I like that people are hanging out to play 14, you know, they're not just dropping when they're not going to get the prize wall.
I like the decks we're seeing too. Like, there's some good innovation. Some good stuff decks. We haven't seen anything bonkers like the beginning of 13. Like, we haven't seen XYZ, Bart's aggro. We haven't seen some wild stuff yet. Hopefully we'll see something weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's time yet.
Time yet.
Alright, I'm getting the pairings ready for the players now. Oh, and I have to finish the prediction for you guys for that other game. Let's see, this round will begin as... Yeah, like some variant, right?
We were talking, I would like to see someone try to put the new Cloud of Darkness in Storm. It's like you can't cast it, it is only there for your Storm.
When it's free, yeah. Oh, we got a Severino. Who is that? Lunar, thank you. Oh, Lunar. Oops, forgot and missed round 1. Lunar, do you want me to leave you in? I was just about to pair round 2 without you. Do you want me to leave you in? Okay, no problem. I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you. I put you back in. Give you a chance. You know, I assume you want to play Opus 14 more than anything, so we'll get you in there, bud. All right. Just under the wire, yeah, really.
Mage in chat, I like when they call 2B at bingo and then the crowd calls out, or not 2B.
Oh yeah, I have...
highbrow bingo games you're at.
It's like those things where you're at like a some kind of like senior home or something like that, and the person who's reading it has like a joke for every single one because they have to read it like 5 times. They're like, yeah.
Better Call Saul moment.
Yeah, exactly. What a good show. Alright, let's see. This round will begin at 7:45.
Get well soon, Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, man. It's kind of wild.
Returners locals. No, he watches, so it's important.
That's right, yeah. We know he's tuned in right now from the hospital bed. Bob would, you know, when you hear this, not if you hear this.
When you hear this,
when you hear
this, get well soon.
Get well soon, yeah, absolutely. And the next ball is 2B. Well, I was hoping for 9S myself, but this will do for now. Hey! Any near gamers?
From that game. Played it. don't think my opinion of that game would be respected by chat, so keep it to myself.
It's just supposed to mess with your head, bro. But, you know.
I was waiting for it to mess with my head after 20 hours, and then it was like, yo,
that's how they mess with your head, dude. It was deep. Oh, yeah. It's like Bravely Default. I've known a lot of people who quit before they even got to the end because they're just like, I don't care what the twist is anymore. I don't want to do this for the 5th time.
Game, after I finished the first time, I was like, I don't want to do this combat anymore, and then I had to play it 3 more times. Hey, the credits are great.
That's right. I managed to lose round 1 while making the bingo card. Wait, you don't have to make it. You just click the link. You can get your own. It'll make one for you. It'll randomize one for you. All right. Round 2 is paired. The tables are popping up, Gino, and I kind of want to pop into round 1. So we only caught the very tail end of Ice Lightning. I'd like to see what it can do, and that's what Rob is playing. And then Chocobo Joe, I'm curious to see what he's brought to the table, and I got a feeling that if Oki's gonna get a bingo, that's where we gotta go.
Okay, so table 1?
Table 1, yeah. And then I would like to check out table 2 if we get a chance, because we haven't seen what Brian's playing it either. Brian, it's been a while since he's been around, but he's always one of the stronger players here. And I would also like to see what Mike's playing since he had that bye round 1. We haven't gotten to check him out yet. So I'm actually maybe talking myself into table 2.
Table 1's gone.
Neither of them are up yet. That was the old table 1.
Oh, okay. That was the old table 1.
All right, let's go back to the... I'll pull up the bingo card for chat, guys.
It was very cool. I joined a game that was already closed, and it didn't send me to the
Shadow Realm? Yeah, it's getting better at that, which is nice. It's getting a lot better at that. I was the one trying water ice, and just had a couple of misplays that ramped up. Oh, you mean you made, like, got into the bingo card? Oh, nice, dude. We haven't watched your thing yet, but I'm sure we'll check off that box. See, I knew that it was going to be here. See? Look, honestly, here's the thing. If you're doing something that's on the bingo card, it means that great minds think alike, right? It means that that I had a feeling I'd see that, and you were playing it. That's good to line up with that. It's not like things I think I'll see that are garbage. Although I did poke a little bit of fun at ice water, right? Because I think I said it literally says like somebody's trying to make ice water work. Yeah, trying to make ice water work is right. Yeah, in the middle.
You need to do it. Someone needs to give it the shot. You need to
somebody
give it the old
somebody
try.
needs to do the work for us, right? It's like research.
What's wrong?
Somebody else can research it for me. I'm not researching that shit. You would have hit 3 spots. I'm trying not to just like check too many things that are like if there's a knight in the deck kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Do you think we're gonna see any Omega weapons?
Nope. That's why he's not on the card. I don't. I really don't.
Oh boy. Yes.
I think that of the oh, are you at table 1? Sorry, I'll get in there. I think that of the 2, we'll see the others. Oh, is Joe the one making ice water work? We'll see.
Vikings. Yes.
They are Vikings. Dude, he's the first one who ever played that deck against me. And beat me with it.
I saw a snow.
Hey, you probably got a snow on both sides of the table in this matchup. So we got Rob playing Ice Lightning, and we've got Joe playing Viking variant.
Turn 1.
The Water Master Joe Sidon. That is too funny, dude. Joe Sidon. Oh my god. Permission to steal that. I'm definitely gonna be saying that more than just now.
Okay, it looks like Joe is
lose off. Well, he's lose offing his Vikings, dude. Oh my god, dude. It's Value Town, dude. Yeah, that's what happens when you miss the turn 1 Viking. Yeah, the turn 1 whiff, Kronos.
Lose
yeah.
off.
Yeah, you lose off so you don't lose off.
Activated my trap card.
Yeah, I'll block with this Viking and then return it to hand, and then you have to choose somebody and kill him. So Alua dies. That's pretty wild. Yeah, you get the Famfrit effect on Alua. Dude.
Oh boy.
Oh man, there he is. Lose off, dude. He's just popping up, shooting his gun.
Fucking play. I love that.
Him up, dude. That's brilliant, Joe. Man, Joe's number 1 enemy is going to be his deck size in this matchup, it seems like. Wow. So Yagrosh in general, Yagrosh is really punishing the fact that more and more cards say characters. especially new cards. Actually, Rob is gonna have a lot of issue with that. I think he's only gonna be able to freeze backup, like freeze that one backup over and over with a lot of his cards.
Getting into card draw, let's go!
Slot machine noises, that's right, Ralph. 777 for the gambling addicts. Oh, let me pay off the other prediction, guys. That's my bad.
Slot machine noises intensify. Hey, more Vikings. So many goobers. This is also probably a Jek deck, that is correct. Probably a Jek deck, definitely a Snow deck. Wonder how bonkers Joe has gone. Like, do we see a Titus? Probably not. Be fun, but probably not. You'd almost certainly have Chivalry, right?
Chivalry is so good.
Such a good card.
There you go, Leslie.
I'm just slowly accruing channel points. I'm investing in bonds. I'm not gambling.
Let me bet all my channel points on Jekt. Maybe.
How do we get these Vikings through? Because I assume that the Lightning Ice deck will eventually play a card that's bigger than Alua, and then it's going to be a problem? How do we move these things out of the way? Do you think we get that Octopus, the new Octopus? Bounces two things? Oh no, Zalera kills all the Vikings. The one drop. Decided no backups allowed in this game. Play Leviathan, we move 3 forwards. Yeah, definitely, that makes sense. Argath, hell yeah. Just all the tiny little dorks.
Is that our boy? Is that Argath, my lad?
We want as many tiny idiots as we can fit into a single deck. Cards Viking. You need the 1 CP Viking to survive Zalera. Oh yes! Stern Leonsis.
Dude, there's Stern.
Jonas. Let's go ahead and take that one off.
Whoa, what's that? We got Tyler coming in. Tyler, Mr. Ray, hello, good day. What do we got? The old gift subarinos there. Thank you so much, Tyler, for 5 gift subs to Cutie Boy, Trap King, and Gino. You got one there. Gulo2, J Duff01, and Firewolf GC. Enjoy your fun collection of new emotes you just got access to, guys.
Oh boy, these Vikings are just whiffing, but it's okay. We got Layla into Viking, into draw a card. Stern Leonsis is going to do some work in this deck. Every card is cost like 2, it seems like.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting some disgusting discounts. He's a super couponer right now.
And that choose 1 forward, deal at 7,000 damage with a deck that's got this much churn to it. He's gonna be able to do that a lot.
I mean, like I said, I think that his biggest enemy is honestly going to be his deck size, right? Like how long the game goes. He can't afford a prolonged engagement with what he's got going on.
I mean, Stern Leonsis, if you just activate that thing once or twice in a turn, all these Vikings are getting through. It's a jailbreak.
It's gonna be a jailbreak.
Somewhere in this town.
That's right.
Gonna be a jailbreak.
Whoa! What the heck is going on here? Tyler gifting 13 more subs. Tyler, what the heck? He wanted to get to the even 400. Oh man, I'm gonna read these all off as we do. Tyler, thank you so much, and congrats to Armistice Life, Chronotos as usual. How am I driving? Octochode, Yu Man, Conquest. Ractogino Gaming, GG Bofides. Oh man, I'm so happy to see so many of these people here hanging out. Crash and Burn 2, Blue KH19, E Willin 77, and Agnaratha, guys. Enjoy your emotes. We got Cactuar Roadies and Steiner emotes now.
It's true.
Tyler, thanks for the
They're excellent. Premium.
All right, what do we got going on? So there are certainly a lot of forwards. I mean, so we got Stern, and then all of a sudden it was like 1 cost, 3 cost, 2 cost. Yeah, I agree with that, Kurt, that if a Lua special was coming, that Stern would respond by plus 4K'ing the board. I mean, and that's too, right? Now that you've got all these weenies, Stern has that ability, Gino, to just give them plus 4,000 and Brave, and not so weenie, right?
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
he is a jailbreak unto himself.
Absolutely.
He does it all. He floods the board, and then he makes whatever garbage you put on the board gigantic. It almost doesn't matter what it was before Stern, gives him some tutoring, takes him to the gym.
That's right.
Teach them how to attack and block.
Everybody get your, I'm going to check Stern Leonis off my bingo card here. Oh, I guess we also have making ice water work.
And we saw a Cloud of Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Spin those dice.
Yes. Where eject, says Leslie. Yeah, well, get just the Vikings going over and over.
Oh, more cards. We give these guys haste. Does this deck have a way to give them haste? In response to the Vikings. We're gonna Alua special? Did they get all 3 Aluas in their top 15 cards?
They just might have. Bodies.
Indeed. Does Joe even care enough to save these Vikings? I don't think so.
4 cards in hand, by the way. Yeah, no kidding.
Does not care at all about these Vikings dying, because it's just gonna pump up Stern Leonsis.
Good old Stern. Stern,
gonna draw 2 more cards. So there's gonna be a draw off of the Viking entering, and then 2 off of those Vikings dying.
The Velt Jam. Oh, sorry guys, I made it too big. Made it too big. There we go.
I don't think I've ever had a 6-forward board. You're not living.
Yeah, so there is the Alua special, and it looks like we're just gonna not even bother with the Stern. Going to respond to the Vikings. Yeah,
and no reason.
And he says he only has the 1. Yeah, he only has the 1 Alua. Yep. Yeah, and then these guys, just Shiva comes down. Yeah. Dull it. Dull 1 character and freeze all the forwards.
So, important, Shiva breaks, it's just 3 backups of any kind to flicker Shiva.
Yeah.
So, Joe could just turn these backups into...
Another Shiva next turn, yeah.
Another Shiva dull next turn, if you want. Oh.
And Shiva works well with that snow that we saw that he had in the deck, because it's Shiva dull, or snow dulls, and then she freezes them. New room is looking, thank you. So, this is literally the only things I have so far is like this shelf. Wait, this guy I built today, and this thing I built today, and a bed. But we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna do more. It's gonna be fun. Honestly, I haven't even, I just tried to do the green screen before I put myself on this, and I don't have enough of the lighting set up yet, so it doesn't work very well.
God, Stern Leonsis executing Citra. Hope that's story appropriate.
New prize wall. Yeah, I should just build a physical prize wall for you guys. Just take my collectibles. I cut a tree down and built them myself, that's right. Well, I had to assemble them, okay? Alright.
No, I was saying I wanted to see some weird nonsense. Chocobo Joe never disappoints.
Yeah, the old party attack there. Throw out a dart at PAX, whatever it pierces, you win. I have some boxes of Opus 13 we could do that with over here.
Good old 2CP Yuna. Draw 2 cards.
Look, excuse me, I used the power tools, okay? I was an advanced adult. I wasn't even a starter adult. Yeah, so I mean, like we were saying, dude, what do you do with 8 forwards, right? Like, how do you get rid of this in Ice Lightning? This is always Ice Lightning's problem, right? Has been things going wide on it, and it can only scoot like a couple guys at a time, or maybe it has like a big scoot turn where it scoots 4 guys one turn, you know. But really, at this point,
arc.
Yeah, Joe has hit a critical mass. Yeah, cast arc. Ramu, ride, and go. Yeah, I mean, you know, you'll get 5 of them. And I think that we are really going to see a lot of those swings, right? I mean, there's so many different... It's like, oh, what do you do against this? Well, it's just because Ice Lightning that it's going to have a trouble with this, right? But like Fire and Earth, like with Titan, Shantoto, Susano, Philia, like there's just so many board-wide things going on. Now Lightning's got access to it, right? With the Ramu and the Ride and stuff. A lot of sweeps, which is good.
Yeah. Once the board can't
We're out
handle
of room. We're out of room on the table.
of shit that's happening. Awesome.
Yeah, Argath coming down here to get rid of another card from hand. Hey, Joe putting on a clinic here on making water. Yeah, he's already dead. Yeah, stop. He's already dead.
Oh God,
oh, goodness,
not like this.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah, damage zone. Get out of the way.
We're giving them all brave and plus 4,000, huh?
Yep. Yeah, we're moving 3 things, and yeah, he's like, whoa, good game. Yeah.
The Lua fizzles the first trigger.
Yeah. It just go.
Oh, GG.
Coming in.
Wait, no, only 3 forwards. Not enough forwards to.
Oh, Joe's like, don't worry, dude, it's not GG yet. Yeah.
But we get the snow fizzle and then the Yuna execute.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait, doesn't he have 2 dull forwards, so...
So it would be
Alba...
a dull from each of them, right?
He can't target Alba.
Target Alba, right? Yep.
Yeah, Alba's protected because Joe controls
She's still
2
dull,
forwards.
it doesn't much matter.
Well, Alba, was she active before? Or no?
She was still dull from the freeze.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, she can't be targeted. But yeah, we still double down on Alua, yeah?
Double down on Alua, get her out of the way.
Yeah, you just go like snow, and then, yeah, Yuna the Alua.
Shoots her in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just... Yep.
The Dow.
The Cactuaroni. There's a little Cactuaroni right here.
Yeah, put Joe's card in the air. Cactuaroni.
Yeah.
And Shiva, if for some reason we need some extra sauce on this, can flicker Shiva and freeze the Ice Lightning board at instant speed whenever you want. Lock it down.
Yeah, Tyler, you haven't even used your elf yet. Oh. Yeah, and yeah, turns out, beep beep, Rob says no EX burst in his version of the deck, so he knows there's nothing that can really save him there.
I mean, Alba's there, but other than Alba, not really much, and Alba doesn't help too much.
Yeah, I
mean, chose violence.
Yeah, I mean, this can still be pretty swingy for Ice Lightning, right? Like this Aromas getting the haste on the 3 damage, like Behemoth K and things like this, but unfortunately, yeah, there's like 9 forwards on Joe's side of the table.
Joe just decided, what if I go sicko mode? What happens then?
Kind of crazy. So let's, that means, first of all, let's pay out. Let's pay out. Second of all, let's go ahead and pull up our bingo card.
I think we'll get some more things out of the way if we bop over to the table too.
Oh, we'll be there in just a second.
It's a bingo card.
Did we get all these? So we got Ice Water,
Stern Leonsis.
Yeah, and Stern Leonis. Okay, cool. Alright, let's switch tables.
Shinryu.
Uh-oh, I'm coming.
With you. Spoilers.
I'm on my way. Joe had a bang today. He's using 200%. 200% of his brain, dude. That's amazing. The bang unlocks the brain. Oh, what? Brian's got the old Gutsko on the field. Yeah, looks like another monofire problem. Oh, he's having some connection issues here, maybe it looks like.
Oh. Shinryu was too powerful. It disconnected the game.
That's right. Add one monk. I resent this statement. You don't even need to add a monk, just add Mont. It's true that you don't need to, but I just expected to see... It didn't say these are all of the best things. It's a list of things I expected to see in the first week of generic locals play on the stream, right? Is that fair?
The disrespect for not add one ninja, though. That's...
I didn't expect to see it. And look who's right so far.
I'm in the booth. That's the problem.
Ah, there it is. See, that's what I knew. I had that knowledge, though, when I made the bingo card.
Sure. I know. That's what I mean. The add one ninja is Gesho.
Yeah.
Or the backup.
Mm-hmm. Kitone? Is that her name?
FFBE Kitone.
Oh, we're having, like, is he, like, disconnected now in the middle of this game?
Someone's jiggling the cable.
The Shinryu got played and his opponent hit the standby button on his router, dude. Like, Alright, well... we're gonna switch to another table, I guess, then. But we can check off... Oh, man, Oki, we're so close. I see the Tifa and I see the Barret.
Blast.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Oki, I think you maybe get a Bingarino. We just have to see it. Alright, hold on. Let me check off my Shinryu box. I wonder what the Lonnie still has. A great question. I also wonder. My heart. Oh, Mao. That's great.
Gutsko. Doing just the best impersonation of that dark cloud of darkness that no one played.
Okay, you got a bingo?
All that stuff, but better. This counts as FF7, but we don't see
there's the cloud is in
yet.
damage. He's in damage.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, look, there he is.
He is. Go.
All right, okay, you get the bingo. Did you get a bingo too, Gino?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Close. I need Mont Leonsis into Wool.
Mm-hmm.
For Mono Water Returns, that's not happening. And Knights, that's not happening.
Why not? I think both those things are perfectly fine. Knights especially.
Just think with how many decks we've seen, the likelihood of them sneaking around out there is low.
Yeah, we've only seen like half the people playing, to be fair.
We've seen like half the folks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've only seen like half the people.
It's true. Shouldn't give up on my bingo dreams. You're right.
Knights, just, Garland, just a different flavor, really. Now that you've got Stern Leonis, you got people out there using Stern Leonis and Beatrix to reduce the cost on these assholes by 3.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll play Garland for 1.
Stern a knight?
No, he's a prince, though.
He's a prince.
It's close enough.
Perfect.
My girl Clady doesn't care. Sarah searches for him, so you get that shit online right away.
Sure does.
Alright, Kryle's coming down. She's gonna go ahead and search the deck for some stuff. Or not search the deck for some stuff. She's gonna search the break zone for a summon that she's gonna choose to cast, obviously. What is the target? Sebastian would like to know before he decides whether or not he's going to blast her with the Amaterasu.
Baton chair.
We do have Barret and Tifa out though, so we're opting for old Tifa, new Barret. I think that's fair.
The Amaterasu.
Yep, we are gonna say, nah, I don't think that heck is coming back. You just go ahead and blast that guy right out of the water. It's a 3-color, kind of interesting. Oh, Mist Dragon it!
Got a good old-fashioned stack fight.
Come on, show me the MD, baby. You already paid for it. What's going on?
Show me! Deck block. What did you discard for Amaterasu?
It was my Lonnie Steel. Oh Ooh. My god. It was his Lonnie Steel.
You
It
mean
cost
my Amaterasu?
1.
It was your Amaterasu.
I don't play Amaterasu. Oh god. Wow, what a great card to steal. Can you imagine? Jesus.
Very sneaky.
Jet Block. I want to see Jet Block.
I own Amaterasu.
Good to see you, Eureka. I enjoyed the reviews you and Travis put out. I listened to them all the way down to North Carolina.
Are we hecatoning? Probably. Unless we've got another Amaterasu.
You got a bingo, Joe? If you have a bingo, send me a picture of your bingo complete. You have to DM me. You can't post it in Twitch. Dude, this person's playing Graviton. Wow, I love Graviton. I love this card.
That's
what a
time
fun
for Heka.
card. Oh, Cube, dude. Opus 14 Cube. That's dangerous. That's right, we're Opus 14. Emo Tempest, how's it going, man? I watched your videos too on my way down. Jack me up, baby.
And Ryu getting eaten up by Aerith.
Yeah, Aerith is just killing the dragon. Chase the dragon, Aerith. Using a Lonnie Amaterasu to bait out the Mist Dragon is great.
Yes.
That's what he was asking, who he pumped with Mist. It's the Aerith, I think. So now he's casting Hecaton Sharon. Dude, Brian has to keep reminding him about his own grab triggers.
Yeah, and right now,
He's asking him who's the grab trigger.
Fire looks like they're out of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stern Leonsis, depending on what's in the break zone, might have 2 or 3 activations all queued up, ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, let's just take a peek at the break zone here. Yeah, more than enough forwards. I mean, there's only, well, we are playing both Tifas. And also Light Cloud. Interesting. Yeah, there's actually not as many in here as you would think, so we might have used one of the activations already. But yeah, Cloud, Tifa... Oh no, I guess it would be RFG, right? Cloud, Tifa, Tuzano, and Cloud. Gets us there barely. There might be like... exactly 6 in there. All 3 Clouds are gone already. 2 in the break zone early, 1 in the damage zone, and Light Cloud also in the discard pile, so... We might be cloudless here.
At 6 activation. I mean, 1 activation.
Malpopo, Graviton. Since Graviton, any Earth Summon pumps somebody by 2k.
We invested in a 3CP backup that doesn't do anything until you do other stuff.
It does a lot of stuff, though, when you do all that other stuff. If you think about it, we've already gotten 3 pumps out of it. It's, it's a lot of value.
Stern Leon's is saying our own Cryol to block this Ifrit. Is that what's happening here? Or are we pumping? We're pumping, right?
I don't know, man. I would nuke her. It's safer. You know what I mean?
It would prevent the pump from Ifrit.
Exactly. No, he's gonna 4K Brave.
No,
I mean, it will mean that he can check the buffed forwards too. So I mean, it's fine. I think. Yeah, because
still ahead.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Obviously, you do this, right? Because you're gonna make him do something else to kill a Cryo. You're not gonna just pop your own Cryo. So you'll actually be going toe to toe with them because you pumped too.
They're all brave, so this attack is for free. Doesn't Aerith have damage on her?
No, she doesn't take damage. None of his guys take damage less than their power.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah, that's why the pump is pretty good too. Aerith with Stern is actually very, very cool. This is a powerful combo here. Stern Leonis is absurd.
Board?
Stern Leonis is going to see so much play.
But yeah.
Card is so good.
He does it all. Like, I used to play Tilica with Lightning to just do what Stern Leonis does.
Yeah.
Mono Lightning Tilica. Stern Leonis, you don't even have to do it.
He does it all. He does laundry. He cooks. He cleans. He's the triple threat.
He cleans. Takes care of the kids.
That's right. Stern is pretty nutty. Yeah, Stern, like, why the hell does they even have any action ability? Susano, what just happened here? Oh, we attacked and blocked. We attacked and blocked. We're attacking again. The damage zone is bugged. Like, I can't tell what's going on over there.
Yep. Can damage from Ifrit.
3 pumps from Graviton at its value. 3 pumps from me. Girls are disappointed. Dude, drag the powers to your break zone, dude. Just drag them to the... God damn it.
Are there 7 cards in hand? Happened. Was there a powerful draw effect that was deployed and I didn't see it?
No, I think
Are
it's
there
bugged.
9 cards
I think
in
it's
hand?
bugged. Yeah, no, it's like the same reason this Albatross is sitting in the damage pile.
Okay.
If we leave the game and come back, I think it'd fix it.
Okay. I'll try and stay in and so we don't lose any of this hot action.
We're back. No, it's still busted. We have this many because of Gutsko. I don't even see... Where did Gutsko... Did he have Gutsko on the field? I missed it.
Gutsko blocked and died.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Then it is Gutsko magic, you're right. This Amaterasu is still bugged though, and...
That Amaterasu
and I can't fix it. I don't know how much damage he's taken. He's taken 5, looks like. Yeah, dude, that's funny. We're like, Fire shouldn't have that many cards. Also, why Gutsko is so good. We were talking about him a little bit earlier. Oh, there's the Philia, dude. Just the... Oh, that was a bad pop. I got a better one for you. There we go. Sorry.
Barrett's gonna live.
Yeah, the Kingpin here.
Garrett, doesn't Barrett live through this because Aerith?
Barrett and Aerith looks like they both made it because Aerith takes 2,000 less, and they were both +2 because of Tifa. But the Aerith effect made it so they didn't take any damage. So then when Tifa died, it resolved, and they had they're just chilling. And we're gonna flip the Ifrit, and the Ifrit's also not gonna do anything because man, Aerith is really putting in work in this matchup. The just that Minwoo effect, right?
And we're probably so this Barrett means that just drawing 2 cards will mean you can go get a Tifa from your break zone.
Who gifted you a sub? It's probably Mr. Tyler there, Williams. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can get anything from the BZ.
It literally doesn't matter what gets drawn here.
He has to have a job Avalanche operative, actually. That's the hardest part, right? Enjoy your emotes.
Got that Tifa who just died, right?
Vibe check, dude. The vibe is good.
Oh, we've got another Tifa. Okay, this Tifa's a martial artist. The other Tifa is a Susano, Lord of the Rebel. Coming in, cleaning up. Double board wipe. Brought to you by Gutsko.
Double wipe.
Presented by Gutsko.
Yeah. Let's just to Philia Susano. It's crazy, man. I think that it's all a little bit much, but you know, when everything is nuts, then it's a weirdly balanced kind of nuts, right?
2 cards in hand after that.
Yeah.
Played Philia and Susano on the same turn.
I mean, how many turns of Gutsko did we? I mean, we went into that turn with 9 cards, right? With 9 cards. Where are my Dragon gamers? Is that Shinryu gamers? Oki?
Was a Shinryu in this game.
Oki, did you get your bingo?
No fire board wipes over here. Goodness.
Anybody else get a bingo?
We have a haste. We've got Aerith. Can survive this turn. Potentially. So does fire... Aerith does have haste. Ah, Lua. We're gonna need a burst here. Fire deck just out here, not caring about synergies. I mean, there are synergies, but man,
Excellent,
just
Oki.
power.
I'm making
Just
a
raw
secret
power.
note.
Oof. On a fire deck.
Yeah,
Real
I
as
think
the streets.
yeah, noted. Does Lua deal 9k or 3k 3 times? It's one packet.
One packet of 9k.
Yep. There's nothing really that I can think of that machine guns like that is played really.
And that's played. There are
They would
cards
have
that
to be.
do it.
There are things that, but each of them is an individual action ability though.
Zool is the one that jumps to
They're
mind.
three, yeah, but they're three different abilities. Like there's nothing that has an ability that, you know what I mean, that where you can like mod it.
Chunks up.
Yeah, where like you can decide, you make a decision, and then it comes out as packets. I don't think so.
Zool is
It's
the
always
closest
separate
thing, and
things.
it's different
Yeah,
still.
Yeah.
I think
interesting.
Donaluma's fair now. I think we can unban Donaluma.
Yeah, the father. I mean, so they had the tournament. Nick actually hosted a tournament where there were no bans, and I don't think Donaluma was really a contender. I don't even know how many people played it really. All right, that's most of the games, I think, actually, guys. Let me check our results here and get these plugged in for round 2. Results. All right. We had Brian take that one 7-6. Joe got his game 7-2.
Turbo, I don't think you should unban Gesper. I don't think you should do that at all. That card just, even if it wasn't too good, it's just a miserable design. Like it's not a matter of if it's too good, it just kind of sucks. Ned, I think, is a fine inclusion. Like those cards, even if they're not too good, they're just miserable. They don't lead to fun games. They don't lead to good gameplay. Just leave them out of the game. It's fine.
Yeah, when you play Ned, you don't have a fun game. The other person's like having more fun than you.
Unbanning Riku would also be terrible. They've done a good job of banning cards that are good, but also lead to incredibly unfun game states. Which I like. Dodaluma's the only one that was banned for power reasons, and now the game's caught up. Power creep has caught up with Dodaluma. That can come back and start punching kids again.
He wasn't banned for power reasons. He was banned because that's what every Earth-Wind deck looked like. And you could argue that those are the same thing, but they're not. I'm just saying.
It was just compressing the decks into one style of deck, and now there's more. But I think at this point, unbanning
Correct.
Dodaluma would
Eureka, 100% correct. Only Riku is banned for
block other
balance.
things.
Yeah.
It's miserable. That Riku back up for sure.
Let's get rid of ladder. We had 2 drops, I believe. I have. Oh, I love this Final Fantasy IX music, man. Alright. Rob is out. And Christian is out. Alright.
You just come in late and play ninjas, but wouldn't help.
Run in there.
Top rope. On the bottom table, because I'd have no wins and 2 losses.
So even though these guys are playing it off at tables 1 and 2, I kind of want to jump down to table 4 because Lunar, he won his second game. He missed round 1, which is why he's 1-1. And I don't think we've seen what Stephen Riley's playing at either, so we'd get a nice little variety down there.
Sure. And then I want to watch every Viking game.
Oh sure, yeah. I mean, don't worry. I think we'll get a chance to catch Joe.
A 1-800 gambler.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got a problem.
All right, guys, we are cruising. Good pace tonight, considering. And will be called...
Ninja cadets, same colors basically. They are, except Edge is better than every cadet. So
yeah, pound for pound.
Makes all of them. He makes the ninja 3-color work because he lets you cheat on colors, and he makes things free. Kills stuff. If only cadets had a forward as great as
9's
Edge.
pretty good. It's just the problem is that all the rest of them aren't good enough.
You need an engine that's the enabler and the payoff. Like, all of the good tribal decks have that. Ursula, enabler and payoff. Edge, enabler and payoff. Tenzin, the enabler and the payoff. And then, I mean, Dragoons are kind of an exception. Just has a lot of very solid plays. Then, you know, Freya kills everything. Is arguably the best payoff.
Big payoff there too.
Yeah, Alus is kind of an enabler and payoff. I think a lot of the other tribal decks have one big card that's kind of a spike in value, and then Dragoons just have a lot of very okay cards.
I think Samurais needed Cyan and Tenzin.
And I guess you could argue that Monks needed Ursula and Yang, the new Yang, the 3 CP1.
And he's Sky Pirate gamers. Not yet.
Heck no.
Not yet, Tyler.
He's not on the top tables.
And he's Dark Elf gamers?
Zidane. Where's New Zidane at? Boy, sneaking in there, taking cards.
Alright, the
Just
tables
want to see
are
someone
popping
try
up.
it. Yeah.
Where are we going? We want to go to table... What did I say?
Where you said, yes?
What did I say?
Did
4? I
Lunar.
sure did. You're right. Thank you. Alright, let's get a prediction up for the people.
You know, I want to start a game. I wanted to join a game.
This time, we're actually going to do a prediction where we don't know what they're playing yet. I mean, that won't last very long, but...
I think you're going to see Sky Pirates in title. I think it's close. Like, it's got a lot of solid cards, but...
The Fran Legend is like supposed to be this payoff and just isn't. And they severely need more 2-drop Sky Pirate backups, like real bad. Because the thing is, all the new cards, like the new cards are good. Like the new Balthier and the new Vaughn are both just good cards. The problem is they both like play 2-drop Sky Pirates, and like the list of those is pretty shitty.
Like 2 of them,
pretty short.
And they name clash.
There's like 4 of them, but yeah, it's not ideal.
Are multiples of them Frans?
No. I mean, there's more if we count those, but there's Tomage, Elza, Kites, and Fran.
Okay.
Alright, let's get into this game.
I'm in this game and stuff is happening and I'm not sure what yet.
I see a Jesse with a Suzuki's discarded. I can only assume we went and search for something that sets us up with some kind of cloud or some such. And
it was the new cloud.
We might have BDE, guys. Big Dumb Earth might be here. I see Kobold, which means Titan is in the vicinity.
So far we haven't seen a single non-Earth card from either player, so...
That's right.
Let's see. A mono Earth mirror match.
Steven Riley up top and Lunar on the bottom.
No. Okay, Earth Ice.
It could be the other Earth Primal. Oh, wait. Yeah, oops. Earth, this is 1 Primal short. But you know what that means as well as I do, Lotsie, that they're just going to put another Earth Primal at some point. Or not. Or they're just going to say, fuck it. It turns out they think about the jobs way less than you would assume they do. I mean, I guess that's evident over time, right?
It's a shame. Well, if you play Hash Mall, you can make them all.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go. That's how you do it.
You don't think that there's going to be Stormblood Primals ever?
Oh, I do. I'm
saying I'm talking to chat. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just Fenrir the miner. One of the miners. You got a bunch of miners here. What the heck is going on with all these miners, dude? What are we digging for?
2019 again.
They dug too deep. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, man. Play his card right. It has to come in dull. Fenrir brings it in dull, and it has to be cost 2. He tried to bring in a Suzuhisa active. Eureka says Garland. I mean, I get that, right? But really, this is the way we do that? You don't... I mean, I don't think that you agree this is the best way to do it, either. I'm not saying that you're defending it, right? But yeah, like, I think there's definitely non-minor ways to make Garland work just fine. Chiro coming down. But like really him over... I mean, even like the new guy, the new 4-drop Earth thing that like finds one and then gets another one, it's just like... Dude, Miner's great when you start with Miner and a backup and all, but... It can be a pretty shit turn 1 backup sometimes. I guess you're always expecting 2 backups though. That's true, that's true, that's true, you're right. You can play like 20 backups in that deck. No, there's Titan going right into the damage zone, which is a weird spot for him to be. It's not really... He just... It's like he got eruptioned off the map, dude. He's sitting there watching the fight. Oh, there's Cloud.
He's looking at that fight with those eyes, too. Look at him. It's foreboding eyes. He's not a minor part of the strat.
Yeah, except he is, but I enjoy the joke. The Lord of Crags. Dude, this Cloud, since he's had a turn to just kind of chill here on the field, I think he's really going to have his way with a lot of what the opponent's doing here.
We need to get something going that's not just playing backups. We are now under pressure.
And we're seeing actually, like Charlotte's is interesting. I'm surprised that more people aren't just playing more 7 cards with this Cloud, because his ability to like pump himself with the 7 cards is pretty good.
It is. He's an interesting card. Cool. There's X-Death.
Yep.
Are we breaking? Oh, because...
Raubon! Hell yeah, dude. We just played... I love this Raubon. Opus 4 hero Raubon. About to pop, baby.
Why didn't we break... Oh, because the discard, I would have canceled it.
Yeah, he just discards a Tifa. Wait, but that doesn't put it to 10k, right? Oh no, because his opponent controls forwards, so he's actually 11k.
And Cloud also, that discard makes it untargetable.
Yeah, but there's
Raubon
no reason
would have
to
just
do that,
died,
right? Because
well, no, Cloud would have taken 9k, and then he would have shrunk down after Raubon died, and then would have died.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
You let it resolve.
Doi. The Doi? What year is it? JPEG. Yeah, Raubon is as evidenced by the fact that this man has both arms. He's clearly a man out of time.
Spoilers.
Oh no. The Crystal Exarch has no hood on, but you know. Although that's not a spoiler, because if you've literally played Final Fantasy XIV at all, you knew who the Crystal Exarch was before the expansion even started.
I haven't played anything.
Yeah.
Now I know a bunch of spoilers because I played this card game. Spoiled the shit out of me.
There you go.
Know Ysayle is Shiva. I know Yida and the other one are the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Peace. Final Fantasy TCG has a video game?
Yeah, Ida's dead. Ida's very dead. Cloud. We don't know who BFA is, though. Yeah, protect his identity at all costs. He has a giant J engraved on his chest. But, you know. Oh, hit him with the lore tome. There you go, Prinny. Prinny, dude. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and put a Mist Dragon into the damage zone.
Yeah, I mean, that X-Death, we paid for it with the iron price and killed a Kryl and got a Raubon. That's not necessarily the most busted thing.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the stuff we've seen. A cloud-on-cloud violence, when will it end?
Yeah, they both got the eyes, dude. They've locked eyes. This is a trainer battle. Locked eyes
from across
the room. Yeah, there it is, dude. Oh, wow, that's funny. A J that is short for not jacked.
It's a silent J.
Does Gutsu ability reveal when it sends to Void? Yes, RFG is a public zone. It doesn't send it to the Void, technically. The Void is a made-up zone for Octagon.
Just hangs out in RFG land.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess RFG for, like, Ilua, or not Ilua, for what's-her-face? Lonnie,
Gosh.
That's, like, private. But...
Yeah, they had to create a zone that was RFG but hidden information just because of Octagon.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the same zone if you were playing in paper. But, I mean, Lonnie... Were we even able to play Lonnie in paper?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Well, I mean... you're talking about,
Or
like...
COVID.
Officially,
COVID.
because there's events happening. R3 happened, R4 is happening. But also, Locals has been back for a while at a lot of places. And Lonnie was Opus 11, so it was like, not really. It was like going into COVID.
God, here comes Chivalry.
Chivalry really... Oh, sorry, excuse me, guys. Chivalry is really, really raking dividends in from not saying choose one ice forward. I mean, this card is really going to be a big deal. Yeah, not only is my guy alive, but discard a card, please.
If someone does the Philia or Susano target with Chivalry with a damage trigger on the stack, screen cap that. Send that in. I want someone to do that against Joe when he's got 9 Vikings in play.
There you go. Yeah, send it in. Alright, I have to check my bingo card to see if there was anything that popped up that we missed.
We got Cloud, Big Dumb Earth.
Big Dumb Earth, that's right. I gotta check that off. I mean, the X-Death is really... It's just a featured artist on the track.
Yes.
I don't have a bingo game in
the wall.
I know, I expected... I think there was one person doing... not Mobius. Oh yeah, Mobius, right? That's where he's from, Mobius stuff. I think we might have missed that. It might be a little further in. Doesn't work. Wait, what doesn't... Oh, it doesn't work with Susano. Wait, what doesn't...
Oh, because it RFGs. Right.
Oh,
it
yeah,
works with Phil, though.
Mm-hmm.
For a very fair 10 CP, you can play Philia and then target it with Chivalry. Oh, hell yeah!
Boy, howdy, dude. It's black hole time. Just go ahead and just send Cloud to the void. Just mind crush.
It's Dota 2 all over here. Oh no, but then Cloud was like, nah.
Yeah, Cloud is like,
no,
actually, you just can't target me with dick, dude. I'm invincible. I'm just discarding these Tifa legends right to the bin to protect Cloud. Stacking herself for her boy, for her man. White Tiger Lucinovis is gonna be... Stop that. Just stop that nonsense.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to cease and desist.
Yeah, turn that boy off, please. That's funny.
Why is Cloud not just executing Raubon?
I don't know. Maybe Raubon's been attacking. No, because we only took the 1 damage. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's a trade? Because he's...
Oh yeah, it would be a trade. With the shrink down.
Oh, because he shrinks. He shrinks. I keep forgetting that he'll shrink, and that he's not pumped by something else. He's pumped by his opponent's forward.
Yep. Fortunate shrinkage at the worst time.
Yes, Eureka's on top of it. like I said, man, this is my first day with most of these. Besides the quick like review I did from my my room last week. I haven't.
I still need to do the set review that I usually do.
I haven't touched my cards. They're over here in a box. They're over. Hold on, guys. They're on the floor right there. There they are.
Look at all them.
I haven't used them yet. I know.
This Cloud. Put on Cloud Violence again.
I do have exciting stuff going on to my right though. I got a desk that's just for like card game stuff, like streaming card game things. It's gonna be good. Over there. But I can't. Yeah, we can't do that yet. It's under construction. Yeah, for cam games, especially if we're going right back into a. We're not gonna talk about all that.
Yep.
Just for stuff. Yeah, just for stuff and things.
Just get your shot if you can.
Right now it's a Chick-fil-A holder.
We gotta talk about it. Maybe get your shot if you can.
This new location is dangerous, guys. Oh, yeah, also go get your vaccine. But I ordered Chick-fil-A with DoorDash and it was at my door in 10 minutes.
It's quick.
Like from when I pushed the button. Yeah. It was too quick. It's dangerously quick.
Do you follow the NBA at all?
The NBA, no, why? Should I?
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, the winner of the NBA Finals this year, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, scored 50 points in the closing game, and then went to Chick-fil-A to get a 50-piece of nugs.
That's great.
Chick-fil-A, which was excellent. Came in and he was like, I would like 50 McNuggets, and that's not what they're called.
I'll help with the construction. Thank you, Mr. Construksky. The foreman himself, Mr. Galloway, I appreciate you. I heard construction. Thank you for the sub, sir. Send me some WTF large nugget meal. You have to come visit, Nick. I don't think I can send the DoorDash
no. Sid Randell just saying, hey, Big Fat Titan, don't do shit.
Yeah, actually, Sid Randell is, he's got his hand on the Primal's chest. He's like, whoa, guys. Olympus is that way?
Oh, God.
he's
Send him to the void.
Oh, no, dude. This XIV, though, is actually, doing work. Some serious work. We've sent all these cards to the void, dude. Sex death. Yeah.
All these ways to recur.
Oh, my goodness.
Backups. Like, you just have this backup now that can execute forwards at will.
It just
becomes big fatty.
It's like better than the execution. Yeah, so actually we still, you're right, it was literally like the Titan, XDeath cleared the way. Excuse me, Titan, please. Titan is VIP. Oh, yes, sorry, sir. Yes, sorry, of course. Yes, come right in. Yes, come right in. The Lord of Crags is going to go ahead and do the old,
this is only going to take
nobody?
the White Tiger, right?
Wait.
The Kobold, you do that on the stack.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get it big enough to take White Tiger.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
Oh, no.
Cloud would live though, right? Yeah, because he would have a higher power.
Cloud would live. You can make it so White Tiger dies.
Well, now Cloud won't live.
Now he won't unless you pump him again by discarding. Do we have a third Tifa?
I don't know why we were hecatoning this guy, right?
I don't see a good reason to. I mean, if Titan dies with his trigger on the stack, nothing gets crushed, right?
What?
Titan dies with his trigger on the stack.
It still happens, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Still remembers what his size was.
Yeah.
Responding to Cobalt activation. Okay, so then, yeah, Titan comes in, squashes exactly no one.
To the Cobalt activation. But yeah.
Crushes exactly no one.
Because
that's an expensive...
We're still 10 and 9, yeah.
Expensive way to kill nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was very eager. We want to get
Last
Sid
known
Randell
power,
out of the
correct.
way, and then that's a lot of it's a lot of.
I think he
not
responded to him tapping the Kobold to +1k the Titan. Yeah, exactly. Lastly, I'm on the page with you. I think that's where we're at.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, Cobalt on the stack, fight, then it dies at 9k. This is why you gotta put Uge in your deck, and then you need to make your Titan an 11k that way.
I mean, if they had a messy stack, they're literally in voice chat, right? Like, we can't know exactly when they said they were going to stack their different stuff, or if the guy was like, "Oops, I'm sorry, I meant to activate this" or whatever. You know, like I can't like go just hard by that. I assume that the reason these things were like that was because otherwise it wouldn't have worked out so well for us.
For sure. Sure is a slog. Fight. Big dirtily earth decks slamming against each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that normally, right, it would be these Shantotos that are how these guys do this, right? Both mono earth and earth ice, like elongating the game by like, okay, I'm gonna keep having slow value over time. I'm gonna reset your board. Earth ice specifically was always the color that could play Shantoto a couple times, right? Like run 3 Shantotos and stuff like that. And now it's like because of Titan and stuff, it's like there's just these other threats. Like all of a sudden the board wipe can look like a dude, right? And I mean, we're like X-deathing to remove all these forwards. Like Cloud has just been sticking on the board a long time. It's just so different than how we're used to seeing Earth. It's interesting though. I mean, like that's good. That's good. That's what we want from these.
This X-Death, the ETB was unimpressive.
I mean, yeah, of course, Eureka. I mean, for sure. That's
the S has been very impressive.
They're not mutually exclusive. Nobody said they shouldn't.
Oh boy, Titan again. Like this. You really want to get that Titan to just kill a single forward, huh?
Jeff. No, Jeff. They use it to play 3 drops. Yeah, Joe. Maybe we could do like a tour at some point. I have so much I need. Dude, my voice is like echoing because it's too empty. We have a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do.
Get some foam, some baffling.
Yeah, right?
But you could always just put a blanket over yourself. That also.
Oh, we're tightening Titan.
Titan on Titan violence, Cloud on Cloud violence.
We're tightening Titan, dude. Titan's throwing Titan. I don't understand why we always do this, though. Yeah, like you guys, exactly. What they're saying in chat. Even the buff Titan doesn't kill Cloud. Yeah, like it just kills the White Tiger. But like we're... Alright, yeah, sure. You know, I don't think we have to bother like removing him all the time every time this happens.
Why are we even spending the Titan, honestly? Just let him kill the White Tiger.
That's what I'm saying, is that...
And play another one.
Both of these times where we...
Oh, hell yeah, Golem!
Golem, baby. We drawing a card here, though. We got
the stack big enough so that the White Tiger dies. Finally, after this food fight of a backup pump, Titan, a Golem, we wiped our own board.
Go Golem, dude. That's right. You just gotta wait to 5 damage to get to Tiro, yeah. No, you know the thing here, though, is that the Titan player is the one who's had an empty board a couple turns, right? Yeah, we did it? Question mark for Tyler.
And we discarded our
We killed our own Cloud. Yeah, that's what we did.
Let's see.
Yep.
Kill White Tiger. Now
yeah,
play it.
You know, the player who's playing the Titan is the one who's had the empty board and keeps playing board wipes. It's very interesting.
And dang, undo most of it with his Aerith.
Go get yourself a Tifa. Oh, get yourself a couple Tifas. You go get yourself 2 Cloud, you know, protection activations.
Now, guess we could chant Toto, right?
There you go. You're
break your own minor
and monks. Yeah, I mean, if Miner is trying to prove that he deserved a spot in the deck, I better see him get used to go get a crazy play right about now. Do we have a forward XDeath?
Do not. Backup XDeath.
I know, but maybe there's a forward one in the deck there somewhere, you know? It's in the discard pile.
Assuming they're just
Gino,
planning on
dream.
recycling the backups. I'm just hoping they're recycling the backups.
But they got all these miners, dude.
Got Miner, they got Luminous Puma.
Once you just go get another Titan, try it again. Is that the plan?
I mean, break your own Miner, play a Shantoto. It's gotta be the range, right?
Yeah, but... Alright, we're Kusithing. So we're gonna get...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a
Titan
Shinryu
again.
here, too, in this deck. I didn't even see that at first. We're gonna Titan again, dude. Again, we're just gonna let... The Cloud is just gonna chill. And we're not gonna kill...
Cloud lives.
Oh, no, we can kill Tifa.
We'll get Tifa and Aerith.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tifa's not even at damage 3, so she doesn't even touch them.
Well, it doesn't matter, because... Oh, no, he has a straight break. Never mind. I was thinking of the other Primal that does damage.
Yeah, so...
Miner, I hardly know her. That's right.
No, I'm just glad that after 3 casts of Titan killed a forward. Oh, dang, there's my
Hey, man, this board has looked very samey this whole game, huh? Said to save 3 forwards. Free
Golem
cards.
again?
Yeah, free 99.
Card?
Yeah, you know, we really need that. You don't want to be going into a turn with no cards at hand. So at least we had one. So now we've got 3 cards. With the Miner activation, we might just be able to do... I don't know.
Might be able to not die.
Yeah, just maybe. The thing is, Gino, we have to win, right? We have to deal 6 more damage, so we've got 6 more turns.
You need to not deck out. So
Yeah, I just I don't know if we can. It's like a weird race. All right, well, Shinryu's gonna go ahead and get rid of that guy, right?
Come in and go Baka and kill that guy.
Baka.
Now Shinryu will deck you faster if you reveal summons, which Cloud deck has had a hojillion. Sorry, this Titan deck has a lot more summons than normal.
Shinryu is dead. Bye.
Yeah, Shinryu's getting executed for sure.
Yeah, Cloud's about to hit it with the cross slash. Dead.
Dies with those blue eyes.
Those Mako eyes.
He's in this game. Kill them.
It can get plus 3k because of the backups. You're right.
True.
Well, guess
Oh,
what?
no.
It can get Cloud can get plus 3k. Boys.
Chivalry. Take the last card from your hand. Wool is it? Wool used to be one of the best forwards in the game. I look at him. Dead.
Yikes.
What do we got?
The Chivalry matches the 3k that the backups could provide.
Get an XDeath activation again. That I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we need a Kusith for that, or a Kryle. So we can Miner our Kryle, then target Kusith, then get XDeath, and then Black Hole the Cloud.
That's the Charlie from It's Always Sunny picture of him with the string.
Yeah. Connected all the dots.
You need to leave Tiro and this other dude up.
Oh, yeah, signaling the Mono Earth Brigade. It's Graph.
They drew 2 graphs, then he got something.
Here we can just sick Graph.
Ditch in time, boom.
Graph dead, yeah. They just keep giving Cloud these sacrificial lambs, dude.
Graph in. Is there a graph in the break zone on this Earth deck?
If they
we
just
have minored him back. Could have. Would have been cool if you left the miner up.
we do have one here, yeah. It said +5, yeah.
+5 draw card.
Maybe we have it in hand. I don't know.
I hope they drew 2. That would have been awesome. They're clearly thinking about the pump effects and not 2 steps down the line.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they want to +3 one of these and make them check the cloud, right?
Yeah, but if you got the graph, you +5 everyone. Draw a card. Now the +3 is not enough anymore. Tifa.
That's right. There she is. Looking great.
Catan, there we go. Yeah, here's where +3 is just not enough.
I mean, you still +3 him and you make him discard a card, right? Because it's like, that's still even.
Totally, I'm just saying, like, at 2 lines here, right? We could have left up these 2 backups and dulled Miner. Or we could have left Miner up with a card in hand and 1 extra backup.
Yeah,
and left up the
Stitch in Time. Yeah.
Just represented Stitch in Time. Maybe they don't even remember that you have Stitch in Time available to you in your break zone. And I think that buys you a better turn than what happened here. Now you're going to lose graph for nothing.
I agree. Oh my god, guys. How's it gonna end?
Are we just swinging into this? I guess we don't want to take the damage. Cloud's too valuable. I would have decked himself 5 times.
Yeah, Eureka, it's just like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like these really big bulk, like huge dudes, and they just throw 1 punch and knock the other guy out. And then it happens back to them. It's just like these haymakers back and forth.
Pooping back and forth forever.
It's jousting. Really, though, I mean, they're jousting with their big removal. That is really what they're doing.
Taken a gentleman's agreement to only ever attack with 1 forward a turn. Making 1 play a turn, it's very gentlemanly, and that's it. Aerith.
Yeah, it really is, right, Eureka? It is very just normal, good, clean Final Fantasy fun.
No shenanigans here. This is good, clean fun, just as Richard Garfield intended.
I mean, let's talk about how many turns this Cloud has survived on the board, right?
Yes.
I mean, obviously he has that ability that's helping him stick around. But this Cloud has just really... It has been his game.
Now we can do that graph thing I was talking about before.
Yeah, it's time for Stitch in Time.
They see it. Let's see. That it'll save Wool necessarily, but got it.
Guys, I need to get a drink after this. Just, you know, little cap on.
Yeah, graph. Stitch in Time.
Yeah.
Turn too late. Wool's gonna die anyway.
Or at least at least Eureka, you can represent it, right? Like, you have enough 7 cards that they have to really think about it.
Chivalry, yep.
And people are going to try not to walk into that stuff, so they're going to feel like they have to when they actually do it. And it's just going to be like, you have it so frequently that you might as well just act like they have it all the time.
Graph. Oh, well, Graph will block Tifa and just live because of Stitch in Time.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, the Cloud deck can just put it in park and not make another play for the rest of the game and win on deck out. No reason for Lunar to even attack.
Yeah.
Put the game in park. They're not going to be able to kill you in 3 turns through what you have, with what they have. I think it's actually impossible for Mono Earth to deal that much damage that fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, time has really been his enemy here. It's like, oh, we finally stuck a forward. Well, yikes. As our opponent's about to, you know, push down the door. Let me just go ahead and preload some of these results so that when I get my drink, I'm not taking a bunch of time. Looks like Muhammad got it at table 1. That's at Mono Fire Strat versus Brian.
That Mono Fire deck is as real as the streets.
Chocobo
like
Joe
every card is
got
A+.
it versus Brian.
Oh yeah.
You know what that means? Our finals is Vikings versus the Fire deck.
Fuck yes.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting
Hell yeah.
one. And Muhammad versus Joe is a hell of a finals as well.
Love that shit.
At table 3, it looks like Mike got it 7-1 over Kurt.
The 2 people who beat me on my Tournament of Champions thing.
Yes. Riley and Pedro we're watching now. Quentin won at table 5. Table 5. Dan got it 7-1 over Tanner. So this is our last round, or our last game, and then next round is the last round.
Sith revealing Kusith and Tiro. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That seems about right. I think for the most part, you're guaranteed to be on 3 Cloud, 3 Tifa, 2-3 Aerith, 2 Marlene, 2 Jessie, 2-3 Titan, and some choice backups or extra shittier characters depending on if you're mono or not. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The things like the summons and stuff really help the fact that it's category 7 card. Big deal.
I don't know. Seeing that matchup, those 2 decks looked overwhelmingly fair. And I just worry that...
Well, that's because if you think about the things that were happening, it's like a Titan who normally wipes the board is coming down, and the guys are just so big, and like normally we have ways to pump our Titan, but like our opponent has instant speed fight spell. It's like such a weird thing. Like Titan is definitely not normally so ineffective, I would imagine. Carbuncle also, yeah, very good. Yeah, for sure.
Just thinking like your Sophies, your Storm decks, like even the Mono Fire with like 9 different board wipes. Those just seem like more powerful things than Cloud. Even Titan.
And the Cloud? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I don't think anything about what Cloud was doing was fair. The man used like 5 different kinds of removal on him and just prevented it every time. And then he removed all the forwards that he played that were underneath a certain threshold, like with Cloud.
Yeah.
I think maybe the context wasn't as exciting, but yeah, and like you were saying, yeah, you can run Cloud with other stuff too, yeah.
It's any other deck. Titan should be effective,
know, though.
But Cloud on his own just gets over Titan.
Like, it's true that Cloud doesn't need to do anything extra to just totally check Titan, but I think that, 9K and 10K really aren't that nuts these days. It's pretty easy for people to get there. The Titan sure could have been a 10K.
I mean, he was at like 11K once, and it didn't matter because of always having a pump spell up.
Well, we're paying for a Titan and then a Chivalry. It's just like, yeah, of course, right? But I just mean in general, like vanilla, he should be a 10, and then that means all the pumping we did is +1. Like, that stuff matters. Like, him starting at a 9 is it's difficult for him. Okay, guys, we've got our last round. I don't want this to be the music, so fuck that. Much better. Okay. Choose the outcome here. Yes, Lunar did get this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and post.
After those two sweaty Earth decks just exchange blows for forever. Oh, it's going to be Mono Fire versus Vikings. Finals. Just like everyone drew up.
It sure is. Alright, let's, where is the stupid thing? Here we go. Oh my god, wait! Okay, there we go. I was like, what happened to my bingo board? It's still here. Worry not. This is still where we're at. I'm looking for a bingo. We want to get a bingo team.
Squares that I thought would be filled by now that are not are someone just playing Sophie with 2 cards.
You like that square?
Ursa / Axstar. I thought that those two would be there. Or Fire Lightning Redux.
Agree. Let me get these up.
Only really seen unlike completely balls to the wall aggro deck. Seen a few aggro decks, but kind of a half step slower. Your fire, yeah, I mean your lightning pieces and such.
Alright. Pairings are going up for round 4. Players should be breaking into their tables in just a second. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back for it.
On's gone. Everyone can say whatever they want now. Teacher's out. Hey, is that a RuneScape book behind? Oh, I have that Cactar plushie. Dang. I don't see any of the cubes, though. Table 1 as a radio play. Just do it like a baseball commentator. Outstanding dice rolls. Chocobo Joe wins. He's going to be going first in this game. He's been throwing a heater. Turn 1 Layla Viking. Coming in hot. Spicy. I'm not going to do this accent anymore. It hurts my voice. Yep, so we got turn 1 Layla Viking with Gladiator. Joe ends the turn with 2 cards in hand. Muhammad's first turn now, 7 cards in hand. Discards Belias the Gigas. Plays Zandy, blows up Viking. Takes 1 damage for the trouble. Puts Susano into damage. Let's see if Mo has a follow-up play after a Zandy. Turn 1.
Table 1, I'm coming.
Plays Geomancer for value. Been trying to narrate it.
Thank you.
Goes Layla Viking on turn 1 with a Gladiator. Muhammad then responded with Zandy, kill the Viking, play a Geomancer backup. Joe playing another Viking. Wow, Mo just like mono listed cards. Like BFA, Susano. Everything's an A+. And Joe just getting underneath it, at least until Big Philia shows up. Probably next turn. Just going hard. Viking, Viking, Viking. Spin those reels. Another Viking. Well, Mo needs a board wipe right this second. Mo has 1 turn.
He doesn't need a full
to
wipe
play
though, right?
Philia
Like
or
he
Susano.
needs, like he could just play like Blaze and like another thing.
Just play a big thing.
I'm just saying, but yeah.
Fine.
Maybe I shouldn't have made this a 1 minute. I should have made a 30-second prediction. I almost want to check the mono water returns box, but Joe went ahead and he put those ice cards in his deck.
A jerk. Ace coming in.
Oh, I will
shoot
say,
down a Viking.
quick shameless plug for Cheerwine. This is one of the best things about moving to the south, is that I can now purchase Cheerwine in stores. Drink
I was
some
gonna say,
Cheerwine.
you sponsored by Cheerwine?
I wish. Oh my god.
Tournament brought to you by Cheerwine.
I'd die happy.
And Mo now bought himself a turn to find another board wipe or hit some bursts.
Hi Vikings, how are you today?
Vikings are like yo ho.
Oh,
We
that's
can't
weird.
just
Do you
pop this
see?
gladiator.
Do you see this Geomancer in his hand like that?
I don't like its hand.
No, that's weird. Like, why? No, no, like... alright, hold on. I have to reload the game, I think.
Ooh, we're getting in with party attacks because Yuna's coming.
Okay, that's better. It told me that he had 5 cards in his hand, that one of them was like a sideways Geomancer. Alright, so we flipped Cloud, that's nice. So we're gonna go ahead and just melt somebody.
That Viking, draw a card.
Dude, I hope we have an Amit for the Yuna. Nice.
I mean, that would be a heavy price. Discard, get rid of 3 cards from my hand just to stop the Yuna.
No, that's fine. You're right. Yeah, you're right. We would rather board wipe. They're not pirates. WTF.
Phil.
I know, right? There are pirates. And there's also Corsairs, which are like pirates plus.
Speaking of Corsairs, how much money do you want to put on there being
a lose off in his hand?
Lose off in hand. I would put it pretty high. He's seen 20 cards.
Yeah, dude. Lose off is a pretty gross thing to just hold.
Eject!
Joe just wants to get a bingo.
Well, he's got Ject block.
Yeah, dude.
Gotta have it. No way you play Ject if you don't have Ject block here.
Ject is here.
Overpaid to do this.
Jeff, where are you? Oh my goodness, we did it.
Overpaid to do this.
My bingo card.
Let's see. Let's see. Leah and Ject is like, no, Dikembe.
I actually had a pretty good bingo board. Like, I got a lot of X's, but they were pretty varied. I didn't actually get any bingos.
If I get a Ject block, it doesn't give me a bingo. I would need a Dragoon to get a bingo.
Yeah, I think we skipped those. You can start clicking around the other tables and just see if there's any bingo fodder, if you want. But you always want to see this. Of course, yeah, of course.
Hot action.
Same for me, right? I want to go around and see what everyone's playing, but I also need to check out the finals, of course. Oh, Shinryu. Oh, he's gonna just go ahead and kill Yuna, and no, not Ject. It's 369. Yeah, yikes.
We saved the Ject block.
I mean, you gotta kill the Yuna just because the Yuna can kill any blocker you play. I get it, but yeah, this is a hard yikes. He's thinking about just doing the block because.
Well, then you kill Shinryu and you kill, barring bursts. There's no way. I guess you can Susano. There could be a Susano after the Shinryu. Ject block!
Ject block! He did it! We have a Ject block bingo card box. Getting checked.
Ject comes up, meets Shinryu at the apex.
The Ject block has happened in the finals of our first Opus 14 tournament. We Ject blocked a Shinryu. Objection!
Dragon is coming in for a dunk, and Ject is like, no, thank you, sir.
Ject just stuffs him, dude.
Swats it away. Objection.
Wild. Yeah, objection.
I think that's a good bet. We see one Shinryu in the damage. I mean, Susano in the break zone already.
I mean,
damage
yeah.
Mo would need it.
He needs it now. He needs it right now.
Second. One of those 4 cards needs to be Susano.
I mean, it's pretty gross if you actually just baited out the Ject block with. Oh no, not quite.
And Rain coming in, deleting Layla is not a.
Yeah,
not good.
I mean, you'll survive? Question mark. Really? Maybe you survive.
Yeah, you should survive this turn. Yuna's gonna be able to kill Shinryu. Rain will be able to take.
Well, that's what you think, dude, right? So wait, he party attacks, right? You put the Yuna thing on the deck to minus 8k the rain, then you lose off, like, the Viking back to your hand. Yeah, before blocks. And you make him sack it. Oh man, he triple parties here.
See it.
Right? Like, you can use the Viking to do it, and then, yeah. That's pretty funny.
That would be very tricksy.
Because he could have had lethal if he had that. Whoa, putting all the Ranjits into the damage zone. He's not going to get any play today. Go Viking, go. Dude, chat's hype. Chat's excited.
Yes, of course. Everyone loves Vikings.
Ject is blocking so the little guys can score.
He's out front.
Yeah, he's getting them in there, man. They're getting the little points. Every point matters.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Dude, he's got the heavy slam. He's popping those guys up in the air, and this guy's scoring his little 7 points into the basket, but it's okay. It still matters.
Doing the thing where he hits one guy in the face with a ball and then punches another guy, and then he shoots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think unless Muhammad gets Zapdos here, there's no way he's coming back.
Need Susano. That's, I think, the out. I think it's exactly Susano because you can't afford Big Philia. You can't cast it anyway. It'd kill you.
Angry Susan needs to come down like yesterday. GG, he types that.
G.
Mo giving it up.
Too strong.
Joe, Chocobo Joe taking it.
Angry Gamers.
Add me on Unite, dude. I will. I'll add you on Unite, dude. Thank you so much for the sub, Dylan. Appreciate that.
It's
Thank you guys.
Say this every set release. Someone comes in with an aggro deck that is very fast, and they usually win week 1. Week 2, people adjust, put removal back in their deck. Yeah. And then usually that takes over, and then the meta kind of settles in.
Yeah, dude. Joe just turned sideways, man. I just need someone to play Goss for me, dude. All the Goss got hard nerfed. And Gengar also got nerfed, bro. So you might not get 31 kills with Gengar.
Table 3 we've seen already. Decks.
You will not see me at R4, sir, but I wish you the best of luck. And my move is going well, thank you. I don't know if this is announced. Is this announced? I'll be doing commentary for R4 from right here.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Well, it turns out that buying a flight for an event months in advance and then moving to a different state makes your travel difficult.
At table 2, I think that's the one you want. It'll get another bingo board. Other tables, we've seen all of their
let's go.
Their decks already.
Let's go.
Still not at bingo. I need I have 3 outs and I still haven't hit them.
Oki did get a bingo. Do you guys have the same board?
Oh.
If you said Rainy, send me a picture that you got a bingo. Who's in the booth now or for that event? You mean Dylan? I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you about the event yet, but Gino's with me right now.
Hello.
All right, Gino, I'm heading to table 2. We got Ghoul and Tricon at table 2. Oh, Wind Water.
Yeah.
This is at table 2, man. How did we miss this? How did we dodge Wind Water all night?
I don't know, but Rose is in damage.
Yeah, Cinderace got butchered. Oh, did you just read the patch notes there, Tyler? The English patch notes don't have the full information. It just says, move, downgrade. But Gengar, you'll notice that his iframes during Hex are, way less. Basically, they just kill you while you're in the pool now. It kind of sucks. He still does damage, but he's like a glass cannon. It's actually possible to kill him while Hex spamming, whereas before he was, invincible while Hex spamming.
Do we think this Yuna's just here for Valfor?
Yuna...
Actually double casting.
Wait, forward Yuna? No, I think she's doing the thing, man. I don't think she's here to double cast, but she's probably here to get, 6 cards when she comes into play.
I didn't see Wind, Water, Summoners being what we see.
Yeah, I agree. The Yuna, what's interesting here is you can, this Yuna, I was playing around with her for a bit because she's so fun. You play the card and then you respond to it with Valfor. Really respond to her enter with Valfor and then pay 5 with it.
Ooh. This dragon. Taking the break sound, I guess. Showing off that we have Miss Dragon.
We got the old MD. Yeah, Gengar just is like a knife through butter, dude. Or he used to be. Just deletes people.
Is this the new Pokemon MOBA?
Pokemon Unite, yeah, it's very fun. It's more fun than it has any right to be, that's for sure.
Yep, we've got the...
Alright, let me get my Wind Water bingo card here. Our bingo spot.
Do you think... Why would we be playing the Miss Dragon now, do you think?
Only a little bit, Tyler, but it's really only a little bit. The Misty D, dude, we're just looking for another option, I think. Unfortunately. You know?
It's another option. Get rid of the break zone now while there's no way they can Mistdragon your Mistdragon. I wonder if we'll see a Zidane. Because I kind of think that's the only multi-element water wind card that's worth a damn. Ooh. Asheri. Must have just drawn that, otherwise we would have played it before the Mistdragon.
To be fair, Unite should be 0 bits pay to win. Have you ever played a fucking 10-cent game, bro? What? To be fair, Unite should be $60, bro. It's free. There's no should. $2 CP for Cloud is kind of wild. Yeah, you get the double discount with Stern and Jesse. Yeah, I think that we're going to see, like, yeah, Stern giving the discount is a lot, but I think immediately it makes people want to stack, like, it makes people want to stack discounts.
I like the Mashari bounce Cloud, because Cloud is one of the only forwards that see play at this point that doesn't do anything cool on enter.
Mm-hmm. Mashari also makes, like, everything about that unit getting... So the problem with that unit was, like, I could play the unit and I could get 6 cards in my hand. And that would happen, like, relatively consistently. The problem would just be there's not enough, like, proactive or neutral summons in different colors. Like, and like, it gets, you know, obviously the deck building cost is really high and it gets really weird. So it was like, I would have like 8 or 9 cards in my hand, and like the best thing I could do is like Phoenix something, and you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't crazy as having all those cards in my hand should have been. But now that you can make the summons cheaper and you can actually probably do 2 or 3 of them at once and like chain them, it's interesting, that's for sure. Zidane, he's inside. There he is.
This is Zidane against what's happening on this Earth side.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Earth, unless they have a lot of good ETB.
Especially because of Stern, because Stern specifically not only doesn't have an ETB, but is dark and can't be discarded for CP, so you're like forcing him to replay Stern. No benefit at all. Very nice. Yeah, Mono Lightning Stern Glauca.
And then steal
That's a good idea, yeah.
Then steal.
Yeah, great. And then leave him RFG.
And then not playing because Mashari is your gal.
And you'll have no cards.
Sometimes you just gotta live dangerously.
Get in there.
Let's see, how many summons do we have in the break zone for Mashari?
1 billion, because Yuna searched for all of them. It looks like we've already discarded 3 actually for one of her effects.
We have 7.
Yeah, that's a good number.
We got 2 activations.
All the Leviathans.
Draw 2 cards.
Oh yeah, but there you see the 1 CP slot is a Ramu, the 5 is the Fenrir. Yeah, you end up having like this little like, I had like a little Excel sheet of like all the numbers and like the colors I had to use, like a grid, so that I could like logic puzzle it out. Like make the most efficient choices at each number. The Yuna is a really cool card. She's just not quite there. The hand size of 5 also makes her very difficult. Like, that card would really see a lot more play in games that have like a larger hand size limit or no hand size limit. But the fact that you can go get all those summons and then you have to do something with them like right away, that's what's weird about her.
Totally. Amashiri with 2 activations though, you can protect whatever you want. You can keep, I mean, this Earth deck doesn't have a lot of plays that are doing things on ETB. Like, if you just bounce Leonsis, bounce Cloud on when they pass priority at the end of main phase 2, you don't even have to do that, but okay, yeah. Susano.
Yeah, Yu man, 100%. The Stern is he's just free. He's so good. Yeah, maybe got Cloud and Susan, yeah.
Okay, so you can Mashari to bounce both Zidane and herself if you wanted to.
It's gonna be interesting to see if we bother pumping Stern here, right? Because we're gonna nuke our own guy. We've got to be
do they
planning
have the
to do that,
resources
right?
to do it? They do. They can pop exactly once.
Yeah, Eureka, that's true too. Eureka says Mashri is sick with playing a deck that decks itself out early. It's not sick. Early in the set, yeah, it's not sick. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's too much CP value flying around for it to not be good, right? Like just raw CP efficiency and value. I think maybe you guys are Rainy. I think you guys might be talking about different things when you guys say good.
Ooh, Susano killing everything.
Yeah, summons are good right now for sure. And actually, we got some really important new like number changes for things like that unit too, and a lot of new good just summons that do more things in different colors.
Summons finally have gotten to the point where they're so efficient that they're worth playing now. Like for a while there, outside of the absolute best summons, just wouldn't play them because you'd have forwards that had the same effect and also gave you a body. But now they've printed enough summons where the summon speed is relevant. They give you card advantage if they work out. Like Chivalry is a great example.
The speed is huge, like you're saying. Like taking advantage of the fact that they're instant. I mean, how often do we see people play summons like forwards, right? Remember how we talked the Pandemonium? How it was just better to do it in their combat prep, right? Like you're giving up a lot of the advantage of a summon being instant when you use it in your main phase.
Really? Ugh. To see Agrias target something and not kill it.
Yeah, I mean, that's happens all the time. She only does -7.
No, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
You call the bluff here? I would.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Get the old Exodus on the Susan there. Just go ahead with the +3.
Why the Fiona in this deck? That's a good question. It's a good way to spend CP.
Yeah, they clearly expect to do the unit stuff, which is usually like you activate all your backups to use her ability, or you'll activate them all and just use the Fiona to search for a character, and then you can get the unit in S. I mean, it's probably not. There probably could be better choices. She's also a princess, right? So she can be tutored with Sarah. I mean, so is Althea, I'm just saying.
Why did they choose not to save Stern, Leonsis, and Cloud when Susano came down?
I don't know. Like, just sack 5 things and pump them.
Oh, is it 5 or is it 4?
For Stern? It might be 4.
4. Add 4, he could have gotten rid of... Oh, wait, no. He only had 3. 1 Tifa's and damage. 4. Okay. It sucks.
He opted to, Susano. He just felt like he had to.
I guess.
Before the Zidane got in there. Yeah, now here comes Zidane and Mashri back.
Loop and stuff.
There's no way, we're just, we're taking out this, big loan that there's no way we'll ever be able to repay, right? Like, we only have 2 backups. We're really running out of cash to front here. We've got 3 cards in hand. Very few backups. Yeah, I mean, Stern comes back out.
Now Zidane's gonna just run right by him and bounce him.
Oh no, we're gonna 7k Zidane.
He doesn't have the forwards to do it.
Didn't he just discard one?
Oh yeah, he just did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just discarded Terra. I honestly would have done it right there and not let my opponent draw when their deck is full of summons.
I wouldn't. I'd do it in their main. Or not in their main, in their prep. So he goes to steal, and now you kill it. Well, he's Fionaing for the Zidane, so in response to the... So really, as soon... this is a weird one. This is a weird one, right? Because in real life, you have to respond. You'd be like, hold on, right? But the guy just goes and does it. And throws it on the table. And now we got...
He didn't Fiona for the Zidane. He paid for the steal, for the mug.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Well, he just moved it to table. He didn't, use a mug.
Yeah, he didn't do the little S.
So I thought he used this to search.
King of Matarasu.
I don't know.
Cast it.
Oh, he got rid of the... Wait, we didn't cast this, did we?
It's RFG.
No, he RFG'd it, yeah. Oh, there's just... Wait. Oh, all these things are RFG. Oh, I was like, no, it's not. This is his discard pile. Look how many cards are in it. But that's just because of the Stern Leonis.
And here's Stern killing
Mug is
Zidane.
Riku's S ability. You're right. It's Steel. You're right.
Sorry. I apologize.
Although this honestly feels more like mugging than anything.
True.
Because you're like, give me that hand. Get that shit out of
And
here.
they save Zidane. And you only need to pump him 1k to do it. Or 2k.
I mean, yeah,
Famfrit in response. Sure,
Mug
that's
Mug, yeah.
powerful.
The Mug was great. You should bring that back. I want to buy like 10 Mugs.
Mashiri and Stern Leonis enemies, because this would be a nice little story moment here.
Oh, is this still in there? I will totally scoop that, Eureka. You check that out for me, and I'll buy it.
Every draw card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if the fire deck has fully run out of steam, and if the wind deck can kill them in returns.
It is indeed. All right, sweet. Yeah, it will. You can just DM it to me or put it in Discord.
We're really seeing the downside of a summon deck here, like this water wind deck, very threat light.
Wow.
Oh god.
Wow.
But that's one. That's one.
Leviathan, baby. The Lord of the Worrel has made his appearance, guys. Leviathan's gonna go ahead and just get that Tiro out of here, get that Stern out of here. Or do you, I mean, yeah.
You bounce Jesse or Tiro and then you kill Stern.
Nah, dude, put Stern in his hand. Putting a dark card in their hand is pretty fucked up.
That's true. Both.
It's like
fucked
deleting one of his like max hands. Like he now has a max hand size of 4, or he plays Stern Leonis again. I mean, yeah, he's gonna just go ahead and fight it.
We'll commit.
I mean, that's fine, right? It'll still return the Tiro.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
We're using a Leviathan to protect Leviathan.
Bro, I got you.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Dude, there's dueling Leviathans. Let's go. Oh my god, dude.
That's
absolutely bonkers. Yeah. Again though, Gino, look at the deck size.
But no, I know it's not great.
It's like it's close. It's close.
You need to win this race. You have 4 turns to do this damage.
Dude,
All
they
the
just
deck
play
has to do
they just
is
play Shantoto, bro. Like
anything.
Althea, it's not bad. Activate the Fiona, yeah.
Man, protecting your 9 CP play with your 2 CP summon.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Shantoto.
There's the Toto. Yeah.
Do they have enough summons to Mashiri back to hand? I think they do. 2, 3, yeah, they do. They can bounce both of them if they want. All they need to do is buy time. Like, this water wind deck fucked around too much, and they're about to find out. You're never replaying that Leviathan, I guess. You might, I guess, just to win the race.
You don't have the time, Gino. I don't think you have time. I think this is exactly what Eureka said earlier, right? Eureka said, I mean, let me literally find it and read it. Mashiri is sick, but playing a deck that decks itself out early in the set is not sick.
Totally, I agree. Like, this is why I almost never play these summon decks, is because just don't have the speed.
Well, you need to know exactly what summons you need, because you need to know what the threats are going to be, right? And if you're just generically doing things and just generically accruing value and like, oh, I'll have a bunch of different tools, like you said, you just you value yourself through the whole damn deck. Like a deck with all these summons, the summons need to be specific. They need to be deliberate, right? Tested and tailored. Like, you can't just throw like, oh, well, this seems like it's value. This seems okay. This seems decent. Like, because then you end up with, yeah, there's value there, but it's not targeted value, right? And then you just end up with like the person who goes to the store and buys everything that's on sale, and you just have a bunch of shit you don't need. It was on sale.
And you're just dirtling around a lot. You're doing a lot of things that do not actually advance your cause of winning the game. That's what a lot of these summon decks. That's why Doga is not playable. Yeah, not the backup. The backup's good. I mean the summon, the forward Doga.
Bro, Doga's very playable.
Are people playing that Doga now?
Yeah. There's a version of well, it turns out that more than any of the summon stuff, the fact that he's 2 colors makes he's good for Sophie.
That's it. And just playing Sophie.
I mean, yeah, it's just him, Sarah, Mobius, Sophie, and a bunch of summons. I mean, it's still very much a Sophie deck, but it's also very much a Doga deck.
Okay, fine.
I don't know if that deck, you know, what that looks like now. What happened? So there was an L6 tournament, and that deck like crushed the L6 tournament in Japan, and then people started playing like non-L6 variants of it because all of a sudden, you know, all it takes is one performance.
I mean, I assume that Sophie dominates L6.
Yeah, I mean, Fire does a pretty good job too. Fire specifically is very good against Sophie too. So, yeah, exactly, Eureka. Yeah, Mono Fire dominates L6. Yeah, Fire is just very, 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 very strong in the last 6 sets.
Gave them all the power that they were missing the first 8 sets.
Well, that's the thing is they started ramping up Fire in Opus 8. And it's just been great ever since.
What could this Earth deck possibly have? 2 cards in hand, 2 backups. Like,
need cat jams.
because Sophie is good if the removal doesn't line up. Sure. I just really have a problem with threat-like decks in this game specifically. Just need to be able to kill the opponent, and there's so many good cards that do it. You don't have to play cards that
I mean, and this is one of the few things that's gonna give maybe give Ghoul enough time here, man. It's not like we just didn't have anything last turn. Now he gets 2 of that damage in, and God, are we really gonna come in at the photo finish with 1 card left in deck and maybe make it work? Maybe. I mean, he technically has the out, like he can do enough damage in time.
Need to play another. No, you don't even need to play another.
Like yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like technically, you know, the fact that he doesn't need to play it forward this turn and have it live to deal damage next turn gives him that like buffer, right? Like he could play a forward now and he could still lose a forward, and he can afford to take 1 damage. That's like actually pretty good. Zangan getting a Tifa, yikes. Fire, Earth, Tifa, and then we put him to 6? Do we not have any Tifas left in the deck? Oh no!
Oh, certainly not. We saw 2 in the break zone, 1 in damage.
That's right, he's playing the, he's only playing the L Tifa anyway. Adele 1 times this time. We don't need the Adele.
Activate Ash just to style on him.
It's really frustrating to me that we have 5 backups up and we can't even activate our Fiona.
Well, in jeopardy of decking yourself.
I mean, you can get 1 card. Oh, Bojangled Dragon. I'm sorry, I have my stupid little bingo in front of it. The Bojangled Dragoon. Appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. me go ahead and... I don't normally have a little, I don't normally have a bingo card. I'll put that under the alert box. Karan, what's going on, man? Been a minute.
Ooh. So, this Earth deck would play Susano here. That would end the game.
Susano. Susan, yeah. Big Susie. The Bojangles. Nice.
Would do it. I think that's the only thing out of the cards we know they have that would do it.
I mean, they just need, like, to survive, right? Survive! They just need a good blocker. I'm shocked that we just didn't play something else. I mean, you know, you're really low on stuff to do, but still, like, just one more forward would have made a world of a difference here.
Doesn't the summon deck still have, Shuri? I guess she's got no fuel.
I gotta fess up, I haven't even used Twitch in like a month, I'm pretty sure. But I logged on recently, saw a notification, I somehow got a gift sub while offline. Yeah, man, you know what? Some people, they just throw out these gift subs, and we don't always necessarily even have people, like, in the chat. So I think what it does is I think it just subs people who have, like, been viewers, who, like, followed the channel. That's alright, man. You know what? You poked in, though. That's what matters. You came to say hi. I hope everything's going well.
Wow.
That's right. Tyler pulls them in from the Aether. Tyler's about to get to the illustrious 420. Maybe next year.
Throwing them like a hot dog down a hallway.
Can I bet channel points that I got the gift sub from Tyler? I don't know how to figure that one out. Is Meadowlands still a thing this weekend? Bro, there's a bet I would take. I don't think that's... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't live there anymore. I moved. But I have a buy to a tournament that I'm pretty sure isn't real. They, like, deleted the event page. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, Tyler, you messed up. You'll have to get me to 690 and him to 420. Haha.
It's a blocker.
Yeah, I mean, she's a blocker, that's for sure.
The legal blocker. Can this water deck get Aerith out of the way? Can our hero make a play that will win the game?
I don't know, man. And this is the home stretch here, too. This is our last game. Last round.
Turn.
For the last turn, yeah, for the first week of Opus 13, guys. What did you think, chat? What did you see tonight that you liked? That's what I'd like to know.
Agrius in here. Agrius for Xaxes. We're playing Leviathan. Yeah!
Leviathan, dude. I mean, I think, like we said, we got there just in time. Yeah, the Exodus isn't enough.
Activate.
That's incredible.
Draw, discard. Draw, discard, so you're at 0.
I wouldn't have thought Windwater was gonna get this one out there, but the summon deck took it, man. The Mashiri, dude. Unilegend won a game.
Like when Shinryu died. I liked when Shinryu got blocked by Jekt. Sent it away.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was insane. Wow, what a good game. What a great night. What a great week. I liked when Shinryu died. That was Medic's favorite part of the night. Anybody else, what decks did you see tonight that you liked? I mean, there's a bunch of people in here hanging and watching tonight. Come on, guys. There's more of you out there.
Like when turn 1 went Viking, Viking, Viking. No. I guess it was turn 2, Viking, Viking, Viking.
Joe was pretty entertaining tonight. Dude, Lunar, you were on a tear. It's a shame that you, like, slept through round 1 or whatever happened there.
The last game, I think, yeah.
Oh, actually, it looks like some of these guys are still jamming.
Resolve your differences. Lunar. There's an Earth Mirror match that's we're going to end. Oh, no, it's deck out. Will end. It will definitively end.
Karan, I really... both for me, but there was one with both.
Looks like Lunar won by deck out. Here.
Oh yeah, I'm checking in on the Kurt game right now.
Okay.
It looks like it's oh, I think this one might be over. Or it's very close to over. Kurt's playing Ice Water, so you know the Cloud of Darkness on the field, and Luzoff is here as well. Luzoff has been doing that good work today. Yep, Kurt got that one. Looks like Kurt took that 7-4.
Would appear that on the other game, Lunar is going to win by deck out. I can't tell if they are talking about what might have been. But that's it. Yep, Lunar wins by deck out.
All right, and that's table 3, right? What was the damage for me there?
So Garrity had 5 damage, and then Lunar, I think, 1 on the deck out.
Right, but how much, the damage?
He bopped out before I could still see the table. 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each.
Sweet.
And deck out.
Table 2? Oh, table 2 reported 7-4. Okay, excellent. So Daniel got that one. 7-4. Okay. All right, guys. So for the bingo card, did anybody else get a bingo? I'll pull up my final bingo card here. If your bingo board doesn't necessarily look like mine, there's a whole bunch of different ones. I think it said there's 30 different patterns it generated. So if you got a bingo,
we didn't see a single Sophie deck.
I know we did not see the Sophie deck. We didn't see Montleona's stuff. We didn't see Mono Water. Although we did get to see the Leviathan, just in a deck I didn't expect it in. No Fire Lightning. I was surprised. Monks skipped the week. Knights skipped the week. Verstel skipped the week. If KP was here, I'm sure we would have seen it. Mono Ice, not yet. Dragoon Sky Pirates, Larsa, and Golbez.
Surprised no Suicide Aggro, honestly, or Suicide Control, Suicide deck, period.
We'll see. I think that we'll see some of that stuff, as time goes on. But what I think of Mashiri Yuna, dude, I think that's in general that the Mashiri stuff is really good. The Yuna I've always had an issue with. You get a bunch of summons in your hand, but then you have to do something with them all because you can't end your turn with like a bunch of cards in your hand. I don't know. It just feels like it should be something there, but I can't quite get it. At least not consistent enough. But it's really neat. I think Mashiri is just like a really good card. So I'm really interested to see what happens with her and with like summon heavy strategies. It's nice because she can take advantage of all those extra summons that Yuna has to play.
It's a really cute deck. I just think it's very threat light. You're probably going to have trouble decks that can eliminate your handful of forwards that you seem to be playing.
Yeah, Ghoul, that's always the trouble for me too, 100%, is that you're like, oh wow, like the value is here, right? Like I'm getting a shitload of summons in my hand. I have like 9 cards in my hand, 6 of these summons, I can play them any color, they're all discounted, and it's like, but my opponent doesn't have a forward to remove, or like, like there's not enough good neutral ones, and then it just is a little bit weird. It's a little weird. Just like this much weird. Definitely something I've messed with a lot though.
But
I think that's it for us, guys. So I did not get a bingo, but we did have 2 bingos. We had Rainy's got a bingo, and Oki got a bingo as well. So congratulations, guys. I have a little something for you. I'll be getting to you soon. But other than that, guys, that was a fun first week of Opus 14. We will be back next week with more Opus 14 action, and I might be back at some point in between here and there, just playing some Opus 14. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still a little bit busy over here. But that's about it, guys. Is anybody, Gino, you got anything? Any final thoughts?
Oh, I thought that was very cool. A very good representation of the first set. It looks like Mono Fire is kind of the deck to beat of the ones that we've seen. Like we saw it put the most people high. But a lot of cool ideas. The Vikings deck came out of nowhere. That's really cool. Thought the play was high as well, high level play. A lot of good plays, good decisions made. Great to be back. Great to see everything.
It's very fun, and I agree that this is like, people are still finding their legs as they do. I would expect Fire to stick around for a lot of the set, especially in the beginning too.
Sure.
Next week, obviously, we have our regular tournament, and then next weekend, I'd like to have our win-a-box. We have like a win-a-box pretty much the weekend or the weekend after release. That's usually winning a box of the new set. I put up a little poll, guys. Anybody who's in chat now, if you can check the Discord, you can check the news section. There's a little poll that asks you, there's a couple options we have. If people want to pay $5, I have a box of Opus 11. Hold on. We got the sealed product, baby.
No, he took his headphones off. I can't leave.
Take my headphones off, bro. I can hear everything. I'm just
okay.
Headset on. Bro, so I've got this box of Opus 11. It's nice and sealed. Who knows what treasures are inside that we could play for, but people would just have to pay like $5 entry fee because that box, costs me a bunch. It's worth a bunch. And I've also got 13 still. So if people wanted to, if we weren't able to get 14, if people just wanted to play a 14 event for 13 anyway, let me know. But I'd like to host a win-a-box next Sunday. So you guys figure it out. Let me know what you'd like to see in the Discord. But until next week, that's it for us. Gino, thank you so much for joining me in the booth tonight.
Of course.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, guys, thank you so much. Then we are signing off. And we'll see you next week.
Go on, y'all.
Take care.